Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel.
No time.
Gijoe. We are in the 80s, episode 80. We'll be in the 80s for 9 more episodes after this. And then we'll be in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you might see that there's a little bit of change in the background of the banners. It's got a whole 80s motif going. We'll see if maybe we can update that intro for like an 80s without getting a copyright strike and getting this stream demonetized because we need every penny that it makes. 7 pennies we earned last week.
I own that Devo hat.
He says.
Now, that particular one, that's a small hat. You wouldn't be able to wear it.
It's a thumb hat.
All right. Anyways,
Yeah, I thought the orange and black were Halloween colors. I thought you were
just a little disclaimer. The opinions expressed by the host on this live stream do not reflect the opinions and values or beliefs of Vern Rants or Ochre Studios. As a matter of fact, the host may or may not share the opinions and comments shared here by other show hosts.
Is there another page where you will edit all these videos?
Now we have a disclaimer. Is this when we start talking about like flat Earth?
Yeah, there we go.
It's spaceships and UFOs and aliens and
I just like that we now warrant a disclaimer. That's what I like.
We definitely need a disclaimer.
Would you still have that disclaimer if I wasn't here today?
That is
No comment.
All right, so your hosts today are Jolly Dan. I can't read the names because
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
that's okay. The super awesome Rick Show. The Jontler?
You know, it's
Okay,
the
that's-
Rattler with John.
Okay, because of the Rattler.
All right.
Okay, and then Sir Eric, and then we got Dino Juice. Don't say his name 3 times, or do, and maybe he'll take off those really.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there.
Looking
Devo
good. That's
dude.
what he's on.
All right, what's going on with you guys this
So
week?
you have that underneath?
He ran for
right?
that Devo hat, man, during the music. He ran for it.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
I gotta go get that Devo hat. I actually saw them in concert right after the
Finally,
Blue Man
finally
group.
it comes to youth. After all these
Right
years.
after the fake Blue Man group.
Fake Blue Man Group, is that what you said?
Yeah, because they are in Vegas, but when you go see them somewhere else, it's just
Oh,
4 guys that got together and wore the blue
gotcha.
suits they got.
Oh, no,
from
it's
their
got to be the
Halloween
same
store.
guys, for sure.
You think so? No.
Don't they beat on like garbage cans and stuff?
Something like that.
In Vancouver,
PVC
we have
pipes and
the green guys.
Home Depot buckets.
And
Yeah.
they have front row at all the Canucks hockey games, and they literally just plaster themselves all over the glass in front of the other team's coaches and in the penalty box, and they do lots of funny stuff. They're called the Green Men.
Hey,
Sure.
Gap got his prize pack last week. He posted them on his YouTube channel, on his community page. You guys were making fun of me because I was not showing off the pile of stuff. So if you want to see this, what he got, you can head over to his channel and check out his community page and see what you guys missed out on because you were making fun of me. Because I had a stack of stuff I was going to send to all the hosts, but after getting all that ribbing, I just didn't do it. Look at everybody like that.
Everybody's laughing but Vern, right?
I'm laughing inside.
yeah.
All right, let's say hi to some people in the chat. We got Gap, we
Yeah.
got Jonathan Redmond. Let's see,
Prophet.
Prophet 924's here.
Eerie.
Andy's out there too. You're right here though.
Always
And then,
sneaking around.
John O's there. John from Super Awesome Geek Show. You got Gary's Grills. Jonathan Redmond. We said that right. He's saying the flat Earth is so not the weirdest thing to be brought up on the show. And he's looking at you, John and Rick.
He's not wrong.
What?
Yeah, I'm right on the edge of the flat Earth.
All right, Duffman's dioramas is here.
Weird.
Let's see. Mr. B is also here saying hello. I think that's so far. That's
Yep.
everybody that's like popped up in the chat and stuff
Yep,
like that.
that's all I saw.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna frame that Ninja Turtle poster. Cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's too bad that they fold some of those posters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Of course,
Speaking
if
of
it,
Ninja Turtles,
to be completely honest, if it wasn't folded, it probably would not have made it back to my house in very good shape.
Yeah.
well, if they roll it and put it in a cardboard
Tube. Yeah.
tube,
No, what happens is, so let me see. Oh, so you don't get poster tubes really, except for when you walk by like the Fox booth or whatever. They give out these poster tubes, but they give them out every few hours or something, and usually like as soon as that people start showing, they start giving them out. The line's just so big, and they give out like maybe a couple of hundred of them, and
are they empty?
if you get lucky, you miss
Yeah.
out, right?
They sell them now too, and they remade them in new sizes, so people can literally fit lightsabers in them now, and take them on an airplane and whatnot.
This particular poster tube that was a free giveaway from Comic-Con.
Yeah, there's companies that actually sell poster tubes.
Oh, okay, but I was just talking about this one
that are fit airplane regulations that carry on things.
This one's really old. This one had obviously, right? It's Fox Fanfare.
That's
and
good.
This one's full of posters that I had picked up, but
How'd they get past security with those? No way.
usually you pick up a poster from someplace and you don't have this. I didn't get this till Saturday, so there's posters that I got on like Thursday and Friday that are just destroyed.
That's cool that it comes with a strap. I like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you would never throw that over your shoulder though, because this little plastic thing right here doesn't really hold the weight of many posters, and you would have that over your shoulder, and you would get home and you would be like,
"What happened to all my posters?
Check out these posters."
Those are just cardboard then, right, Vern?
What?
Those are just cardboard?
Yeah, it's just cardboard.
That's how Dean carries his yoga mat.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah. My yogurt mat.
Yogurt. Got Sunny, Jumpy, and Ricardo jumped in.
Hello.
So we say hi to everybody.
Sonny's got up really early again this morning. Ricardo. Hello, Vernon. Everybody in the panel.
He must have saw it on Dino's channel.
Probably. I don't think Dino put it on his channel. He acted like he was going to, but it was like too much work for him.
I couldn't figure it out. We didn't have an. I can't. I don't think I can do it while it's running, right?
Yeah. All right.
That was talk me through it.
Violence.
That was like, I thought that was a pause for a commercial break.
All right. Anyways,
so how about Bigfoot?
Let's talk about Bigfoot.
Anybody find him yet?
All right. Anyways, this is the crowdfund update you did not know you needed.
Actually, it says you didn't know.
Well, I just read it correctly. All right. So, anyways, the HasLab Rattler has finally passed and unlocked the final tier, which is the Baroness. This morning, it finally hit 18,000 or whatever it was that's needed. The project still has 2 days to close. Does anyone want to take a guess on what that final number will be?
Vern, can you pull down that chat so we can see the full picture?
I say 21,213.
There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say 21,000.
I was going to actually say 21,213.
I was going to say, I'm just going to go a little bit under and 21,212.
Oh,
a little priceless.
I don't even think it's going to match.
The closest without going over wins a Rattler.
I'm gonna say $1.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to back. I think people are going to pull out.
Yeah, they're all going to. 2,000 people are going to.
Yeah, 2,000 people are going to back up.
All their credit cards will bounce and not go through.
John's going to cancel the 4,000 that he ordered. Just to
what if like Visa or MasterCard like went out of business and like 30,000 people's things wouldn't go through? Like, what would they do?
They contact you and just say, now what do you want to do? How do you want to do?
What's up, Sam Squinch?
Yeah.
I noticed that she has like extra hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that like you, Vern?
I don't have extra hair.
Does she come with a patch though?
That you cannot prove it. But anyways,
you cannot prove it.
You cannot prove that.
Headphones, extra hair, and a helmet.
All right.
Vermin, did you snap that shot this morning?
I did.
So it's 18,567 right now.
Wow. So another 200 just since, and I actually did that at like 11.
So very, very, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 20,000. I think they'll hit 20.
And it ends this week. 2 days. Oh, 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
You get now, especially now that they've got her unlocked. I think it'll jump again.
Yeah.
The picture of the unlock doesn't look that great because you could see the hair there, but it's like you look at the picture, at least for me, and I'm like, what is that?
What was what was the back count for the Dragonfly and the Hiss tank, just to compare? Because since Pulse changed the site, I don't think you can go back and look at previous HasLabs.
Oh, to see what tiers that they had?
No, but if you Googled it, like you'd find like a website like
I'm sure, but
gijoeblow.com or whatever.
The problem, Eric,
you say the tiers, Eric?
No, he wants to know how many backers it had.
20.
I think his was a lot.
Dragonfly is 24,764.
Wow.
Oh wait, I take it back. They just made it a little bit more difficult to find the data. Yeah, so the Hiss was 26,772.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. How many did you order, John? 5?
No, just 1.
Dan?
No.
5. Eric?
0.
Rick? 10?
Oh, I got 2 days to not buy any of them.
All right, and Dean's gonna get 7.
I don't collect many GI Joe.
You heard it here first, folks. Dean does not collect toys.
Only popcorn buckets.
Only popcorn.
I'm the popcorn.
That's the next tier. The next tier.
Popcorn. All right. And these were the stickers that they revealed this week. That you can. I don't know. I think it would look pretty littered if you try to put all of those stickers on your Rattler.
I would put them on my Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
The little Palatoy Red Skull or whatever those logos resemble. That's pretty cool.
Trapper
Easter egg.
Yeah.
The Robo Skull.
Put some on
those
on the
three
Hiss.
little skull. Yeah, those are from the Palatoy brand.
Yeah, because they are for a whole new audience. Oh, those little skeleton heads.
Yeah, those 3 tiny ones. I don't know what you call those bad guys in the Palatoy Action Force line.
I think they'd be. Some of those would go okay on a Hiss.
These things.
Yeah, those are the guys. But the original Palatoy one, not the modern.
They call
don't
these
have the
ones,
license one.
Assassin Skeledrones.
All we need is a picture of popcorn inside. Dean would have one.
Can you imagine, Dean? You could get that, open the cockpit, put popcorn in it.
Right? Yeah.
I can make the Xeno a new sticker of her riding a popcorn bucket.
It would take up 3 theater seats.
Yeah, because it's got 2 places for popcorn, the cockpit and then the gunners thing. You can put popcorn in both of those areas.
Jonathan said that's Red Shadows you were thinking of, Rick.
Red Shadow, that's what they're called, right? Okay.
Oh, they're called Red Shadows, Rick?
Red Shadows Rick.
Red Shadow Rick, yeah.
It's his evil alter ego. The shaved evil version of Rick.
Exactly. Man, I caught a couple of those pictures on Shabby's channel yesterday. He wanted to see our celebrity pictures, and I only have a couple, and some of them I look a lot different.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Stu with hair,
Yeah, we don't want to see any of those, Rick. Don't worry. We won't.
I'm not sharing.
We won't be asking you.
Hopefully that video's been edited by now and clipped.
Hey, Rick, congrats on the.
I think you kicked out the wrong
one. Sounds like I'm out of here.
Thank you.
Celebration.
I entered the Star Wars art show competition, which I entered in 2018 and made it also to the second round. But then that convention got canceled and they rescheduled it. one-time one that came up later in 2021 or something.
What did we do to John? I mean, like, did I upset him somehow? Because he just.
So now I've got 2 months to create an original design, submit it like without signatures or whatnot. So what they do is they got a group of people that they look at all these entries and they pick usually around 20 artists to sell that print at Celebration in Japan. And then since I've entered that, I've looked at all the regulations and stuff. It includes nothing. Like, so I'd have to pay to fly to Japan. I'd have to pay for a hotel and accommodations and food and whatever spending money I need. I have to rent a table at the convention for $275 US, but that includes a table and 2 chairs. And then I have to go and buy my maximum 250 art prints to have them printed at an actual archival art company approved by the Mickey Mouse Company. And then I have to sell them for a price that they kind of determine, which I think is between $60 and $80. And I don't know if I make anything off that or not. I'm assuming I would. But so it's cool. I'm going to go for it. But I mean, if I win, I'm still going to have to pay $6,000 just to go there and be able to participate.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the next step?
150 pieces of paper with art on it. So I'm thrilled and honored, but I mean, it's going to be tough, man.
Well, right now it's a really good time to travel to Japan because I don't know for the Canadian dollar, but for the US dollar, it's worth a lot in Japan.
No, I've had several people comment on Facebook, friends that live in Japan, I didn't even know that, are like, oh yeah, it's the best time of year with the spring blossoms and the money is not doing very well, and give me a call if you come over. So yeah, maybe I could work out, a little cheaper kind of version of a trip.
Yeah, I think you just exaggerated the worst case scenario for us. I feel like that's what you did.
Do you have to go?
I think when I entered in 2018, it included them bringing me down to California from here, and hotel and even tickets for Celebration. Like, I think I don't have to buy tickets for Celebration. I think that's the one.
Well, you're buying a table. For sure.
They might go, you don't have a pass, we can't let you in.
The ticket's probably included with the table.
Yeah. An exhibitor kind of. So, yeah.
Thanks, Eric. I'm going to create something really cool and awesome.
So what's the next step?
For me to create something and send it to them, I got until November 1st.
November 1st.
Do you have any ideas?
I do, yeah, because I went looking at previous posters that people have, because I know several people who have been in the Artist Alley at Celebration that I met in Chicago. And I'm sure John's walked through there and Eric's walked through there. Like, it's only a select group of people. Like, it's a 20, 25 people. 5 of them are super big and famous and talented. Well, everyone's talented. And then some of them you might have heard of or seen on social media. And then you meet 5 or 10 new people that you maybe never heard of before. And so it's a neat thing that they have different levels of artists in that kind of, if I'm saying that correctly, different experience levels. But I went looking at different people's artwork that they've done. And some of them I really love, and some of them I think are like, not my style. But I mean, there's lots of different styles. So it's my style, I think, might be a pretty cool fit.
Did you have the image that you originally submitted? Would you be willing to share that?
Oh, a lot of it you've seen. I sent them I think 12 images that I've done. Like, so that most of you
everybody
not this one, but you guys know my style, the Kenner Star Wars figure style. Like, I showed them.
Yeah.
Like the Dulac.
So I've been trying to ask since you were describing it, do you have to go? Like, if you win, do you absolutely have to go?
I did look into that too. So the company that sells the prints, they're called Dark Ink. And some of you may know them. Like, I think they also sell stuff online, but none of these are for online sales. You can buy them online, but you have to pick them up in Japan. So there's no shipping as an option. So, and I also looked at previous web years, like 2020s. They showed the 20 artists and their prints, all sold out. And then it mentioned at the bottom 2 artists whose prints weren't available because they couldn't make it to the convention. So,
but was that because of COVID?
This was the one after COVID.
Okay.
But it's it's possible they could have even died for all I know, right? Like things
still messed up and whatnot for that. So I know people bailed at the last minute for that one.
Yeah, just because they don't want to go, or maybe they weren't getting vaccinated, and so that was like why they couldn't go.
Yeah. No, but I'm honored and like to at least make it to this next kind of level. Maybe there's a couple hundred finalists left. I really don't know, but they write you. There's a little write up on StarWars.com when this art show comes before the convention, and they talk about the artists and where they maybe worked. So one of the requirements is you have to have done some licensed Star Wars work previously to just to be allowed to enter this thing. So for me, some of the stuff I've done for Gentle Giant qualifies, right? So that's part of my application process as well. And then maybe in the future, maybe other companies approach me, hey, Rick designed this box for this 17-foot hammerhead we're making, stuff like that.
Are you going to try and do anything, just stick 100% to like your aesthetic, or are you going to try and do something that's more like
well, it's definitely going to be like my style.
Appeals to the Japanese market. Yeah.
I've been thinking about that too. So we know they have the new cartoons, which are kind of animated style. So I thought about doing some different panels, so to speak, where like you got A New Hope, you got, you name all the movies, but also what's popular now is the much hated Ahsoka character. And so I might have to do a panel of Ahsoka and stuff. So we'll see.
Star Wars Super Sentai would be an interesting.
Have you thought maybe of doing the Kenner style? Do Kenner style characters, but make their eyes really big and have their mouths. They have like their teeth shining and stuff, and they have the little hash marks by their head.
All right,
or just a nice print of Hammerhead and different, traveling through Japan or something.
All right, so if anybody in the chat has like an idea for Rick, like such as Hammerhead in 5 different colors, like a prototype Hammerhead or something like that,
a Voltron of all
your ideas out there, because you know what, he needs to win this contest so he can spend $17,000 going to Japan.
I would absolutely love to go. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a huge travel fan.
I need you to go to 7-Eleven and try all of the sandwiches.
Like a tofu hot dog or something?
Yeah, like everything that they sell at 7-Eleven. Just one thing at a time.
Covered bugs.
Squidding burgers.
Everything. Yeah.
So they got, cooked chicken and
Rick wouldn't like it because you order off of a kiosk when you go to a ramen shop. You go sit down at a table, and then your food gets delivered through some sort of a window. You never talk to a server.
Well, it's not a robot or a drone?
I don't know. There's like a kitchen behind it. I understand,
you punch in the little kiosk, you get a little piece of paper, you go sit down with your little piece of paper.
They don't have employees.
Hopefully they take Canadian money or I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're going to be out of luck.
No, you got to change it.
What's currency in Japan? It's not yen. Is yen
Chinese?
It's
yen. No,
it's yen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the yen is like very small right now.
Yeah, it is. All right, and this is
cents.
TV. What?
It's 7 cents. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. It's a big changeover.
Anyways, we have like all kinds of new graphics here, don't we?
Yeah. And I changed everything too. Something you didn't know you needed. So this is the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. The reason why, John, and I'll tell you, we're in episode 80, so we're in the 80s.
Oh, I can't. Yeah. That was. We discussed that earlier. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the temperature outside.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, if you're into the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies, Dino,
they
definitely lost a major Riverdale star in the reboot.
Oh.
So,
I didn't know Riverdale had any stars.
I didn't either. I don't know anything about it. I just clipped that because I figured there's some people that want to.
I know it was in Vancouver, though.
No, that's somebody else.
I remember the first one of I Know What You Did Last Summer, but I didn't know it kept going. I didn't know there was a franchise.
It's actually pretty decent. They're definitely pretty fun.
Yeah, Riverdale's like the modern Archie comic kind of teenage.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Neat idea, but
yeah. And then that I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's like a really weird thing because it was like they ran over somebody and then the guy came back and got him after he recovered or something.
I didn't know they were doing a reboot, honestly.
Yeah. But the important news on this slide is that the Lord of the Rings casting confirms that there's going to be a 7th movie in the Peter Jackson series.
What?
Yeah, what happened? A sequel. So what happens after the Lord of the Rings is done and the ring is destroyed?
Well,
Frodo Jr. and
Gollum comes back, and apparently Andy Serkis is potentially going to be directing this.
That's what I read too.
Yeah,
I saw Joey made a post yesterday. He was traveling from somewhere, like a big 10-hour trip, and he listened to like the Lord of the Rings trilogy books narrated by Andy Serkis, and he said it was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
That makes it a little more appealing, right? Like if your actual movie or your book,
I don't know what else
narrated by the actual actor.
Oh well, here's my question. So, what else has he directed?
Andy Serkis?
Yes.
Didn't he do one of the Venom movies?
I don't know.
What's the movie he was in? What's that Marvel show he was in?
I would have to look at his directing thing and see, like,
did he play
he's a good director?
Black Panther or something?
Oh, yeah.
Because every time, like, honestly, I do like J.J. Abrams movies, but every time they say he's going to like direct, I wonder how much lens flare he's going to use.
All of it.
Yeah.
Not much. It looks like he also directed that new Venom that's coming out.
Oh,
that's
right.
The last one.
Destroyed, he goes to the Olympics.
He was in Andor.
Did he direct that?
Yeah, but
I don't think he directed any episodes though. Yeah. But it would be cool if he directed an episode of like someone else's show. Like
Okay. All right, and then if you're watching streaming, Slow Horses season 4 started, and they gave away the big clip thing at the end of the first episode, which kind of ruined it. I wish they would at least waited to episode 2, but anyways, I'm not going to get too much into that.
Have you watched it, Vern? Is it any good?
That's my favorite, one of my favorite shows. I just finished rewatching season 1 through 3 just to lead up to season 4. Season 4, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. I couldn't believe like the little shock that happened, but I knew it wasn't true. You know what I mean? I felt like there was something else going on. And then they sort of gave it away at the end of the first episode. They should have like let you wonder for like 2 episodes. Yeah. But it's a good show. I like it. Gary Oldman does a fantastic job in there.
That is him.
You think that's his real hair?
Yeah, because he looks like a total slob in this show. It's just crazy.
He does, dude. I'm looking at the screenshot of one of here on IMDb.
Do you think Jack Black looks like a slob as well?
He does. Look, and he's going to be in
the fifth of whiskey.
Yep, and that news is he's going to be in a Minecraft movie playing Steve.
Think how much money they're saving on hair and makeup having Jack Black.
He's playing Steve.
Apparently,
they ripped off Jumanji because it's like, guess what this is? It's a movie where humans get sucked into a video game.
Isn't Steve like a kid?
Yeah, he's a really old dude.
Right? You know, I don't know.
Maybe this is. I mean, if you think about like,
I wonder if it's going to be like the movie Pixel.
I'm guessing that like
really bad.
This is like the end of Minecraft. You know, he's been stuck in Minecraft world for like 50 years, so he's like really old now.
Yeah,
right? It'll appeal to people who were playing Minecraft 10 years ago.
Who do you think will get paid more to be in this movie, Jack Black or Jason Momoa?
Jack Black.
Oh, Jack Black.
You think?
I like Jack Black. I just like.
I do too. I think he's a funny dude. He doesn't have to do any hair and makeup in this movie. It's just weird. Like it's just one of those things. Just come on the shelf, dude.
Right.
I think it's a big mistake. The movie's going to come out in the opening weekend. They're going to make like $9 million, and they're going to be like, "Well, we're never making another video game movie again because Minecraft."
They're going to make $34 million on opening weekend. Then it's going to go straight to video, and then they're going to just capitalize on their money. That's what I think.
I'll tell both of you.
Borderlands as well.
I bet you
Borderlands. Oh my gosh, that's already on digital on demand.
Yeah, that's on
it
demand.
makes a lot of money because kids love Minecraft and kids love Jack Black. That's
Listen,
all
my granddaughters were like, when I was asking them like last week, are there any movies you guys want to see? Well, what did you want to go see Borderlands? Because I know one of them's really into playing video games. She goes, yeah, but they're supposed to be teenagers. And
Yeah,
I mean, that's their biggest
like
thing. I mean, the actors that they picked in there are like Dino's age, right?
And I think, I think for Minecraft,
maybe Lee Curtis in it or something.
I think Minecraft, they definitely could have picked a more like modern celebrity,
like a younger guy.
Yeah, somebody that's more like today.
Well,
when I see this picture of Jack Black, I'm imagining that he's the dad in the Teen Wolf movie.
Yeah, right. Don't get me wrong, I like Jack Black, but I'm talking about like the younger like kids watching for just
he's like, hey, I'm Steve.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But Gary's thinking he's going to be Grizzly Adams.
None of the people in that movie actually are.
Doesn't love Grizzly Adams.
I want to see Rick comb his beard like that. No, out to the side.
Yeah.
Then right here, smooth.
It won't work as
so the opposite of grooming
hair.
Yes, yeah, perfect.
Personal hygiene. Okay,
perfect.
See me when I wake up.
Listen, I just got a great idea for a show. Watching the explosions behind Jack Black in this. What if they brought back the show 24 and Jack Black was the star?
Instead of
he was the new Kiefer Sutherland, but it's a comedy.
No,
I think you should be in like a Star Wars movie or something like that, shouldn't he?
Or a show. You know what? He would make a great prince or a king.
He would. He'd make a great prince, I think.
This is why Andy Serkis is directing and not.
This is true. All right. Anyways, and then just thought I'd mention this. This is a new Netflix movie, and apparently there's beauty standards in the future, and people have to have mandatory cosmetic surgery.
No kidding, really.
You can't use the Instagram filter anymore?
Apparently not.
But isn't beauty the eye of the beholder?
I agree.
I guess in this case, it's the beholder of your plastic surgeon.
Who's the evil overlord?
I don't think he would want
Joan Rivers.
But you know what? There was a really cool trailer for a movie called Wolfman that came out. Did you guys see it?
With
Jack teaser, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good trailer without showing an actual Wolfman.
Right. Well, it showed his arm.
Yeah, let's get an action figure of his arm.
Yeah.
And I hope they get this right. I mean, they've had so many chances to reboot these Universal monsters, and they keep trying, and they just keep. I don't know what it is because I don't think they're all bad.
Well, you didn't like the Mummy?
I did. I loved it.
I did. I loved the Mummy.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought
the one with who was it? Tom Cruise was in that one, right?
Yeah. And
I liked the Dracula one. I thought that
Dracula
was good.
Untold, the Last Voyage of the Demeter. I mean,
the problem is nobody went and watched them. That was the
it's because they're not hitting the theaters because the people like I'm a streamer, and I think a lot of people that are into those movies are going to be the ones that are going to stream it.
Right.
I don't think you can.
And maybe that's what they should have done is they should have just said, I'm sorry, Dino, I cut you off, but they should have went to like Max or Netflix or something and said, hey, let's just create this like little universe for Netflix or for Max or not Hulu because you have to pay for the not commercial thing. And I don't like watching movies with commercials.
I don't care how they do it. I just want them to keep trying and actually succeed.
Yeah.
He said prepare to be Gary said prepare to be disappointed. Thanks.
I don't think you can beat the classic though. I mean, why?
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can because a lot of those older movies are so boring by today's standards.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch the old Frankenstein and you'll be asleep within 10 minutes.
You can reboot the classic.
Right.
Listen, it's a funny thing when John says watch the old Frankenstein, right? Because you ever watch those like AI movie trailers?
No.
Where
No.
people,
yeah. Those are cool, aren't they?
Okay, so a while back I saw one. It was for Journey to the Center of the Earth, and it was done like kind of 50s style.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I think the guy that made this video only knows about the Brendan Fraser one because they made a Journey to the Center of the Earth in the 50s.
Yeah,
he could have just used that trailer if
Yeah.
you wanted
Remember
to.
that when it was on originally, Brian?
The first Journey to the Center of the Earth, I believe, was made in 1959.
How old were you then?
I don't think I've seen that one then.
12.
They made a 70s one, right?
Negative 12.
Yeah.
Did they make one in the 70s?
In the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. They make one every 10 years. Yeah.
Connor is disagreeing with everybody, and that's fine. Paul Morales also disagrees. Yakbat, he disagrees with us. Gerard Kane's disagreeing with us.
And I'm going
disclaimer.
to write back to Connor and call him a bunch of names and then tell him that his mother sucks and get him totally off topic.
Hey.
So I did watch a movie this past week.
Okay, John, you write all that stuff in the chat, okay? And I just want everybody to remember that the opinions expressed by the host in this live stream. All right.
I did watch a movie this week, and I almost made it to the end. I did have to rewind it. I did doze off a little bit, but Deliverance on Netflix. It's based on a true story.
Okay, so was it good?
Ding, 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 ding.
I thought it was the acting. The mother, her acting was fantastic. I thought it was good. I just thought the ending. I think they just went over the top a little bit, but I thought it was a decent, fun movie. I mean, for like an exorcism type of movie.
Oh, it was a horror show.
Yeah, Deliverance. Yeah, not the banjo one.
Yeah, it's Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I rewatched.
I thought it was a remake.
I rewatched The Blind Side the other night.
Really? Did you watch it and go like, oh, I can't believe these people are completely taking advantage of the real guy with all?
No, it made me want to go play football.
What?
Made me want to go play some football.
You should have.
It was like 11 at night. So
you know what you could have done is you could immediately thrown on the John Cena movie where he joins the Eagles.
Yeah.
You mean
Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, I confuse the two guys all the time.
Come on. You can't.
Wasn't there one with Tony Danza
and Marky Mark
joining the Eagles?
I like the Goldie Hawn one. The one with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, it's a great movie. What's that one called then?
A League of Their Own.
No, Goldie Hawn. No, that was something cats, right?
Bearcats or something cats.
Cats?
Bobcats.
The Bobcat. I think it was Bobcats.
What was that about?
She was a coach.
Coach of a men's football team.
Oh, I remember.
And she was in some army movie too, which was funny at the
Private
time.
Benjamin.
Stripes.
Private
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Yeah, that's a great movie.
Man, showing our age.
Wildcats, yes. Nice.
See, I could win. I would win at that. Name it in 30 seconds if that was the
had like a rap video too.
I'm curious where the mental thought process went from Deliverance to ball game movies. Rick, how did your mental jump?
Oh, Dino saw a movie and I watched The Blind Side.
His whole thought was like, oh, he watched a movie, and
I watched a movie.
Yeah, and
Eric,
my story
Eric,
was only
did you watch a
20
movie?
seconds. And Rick
I
was
watched
7
the
minutes.
John Cena movie. The I can't remember the name.
Lottery,
the
the
one
lottery
with,
jackpot.
yeah, it was Simu Liu. Yeah.
And
That
John,
was good.
did you
That was
watch a
funny.
movie?
I watched The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
and Dan, did you watch a movie?
I did, dude, and I'm glad you asked because I loved Fall Guy. I finally got around to watching
Yeah.
it. And
I need to watch that.
I thought it was free. I thought it was free somewhere, but I couldn't find
Peacock.
it.
Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock. We don't have Peacock. Okay.
So-
that's why.
So I agree with Dan. I heard a lot of negative things about it, but I actually really enjoyed it too.
I enjoyed it. I watched Badlands last night.
Good funny parts in it
Was
for
that-
sure.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah. Oh,
really good.
I was cracking up, man. I don't want to give too much away, but the unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
It was
Canadian
good.
kid.
it was fun. It definitely wasn't the Fall Guy that we know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. it
So I'm
definitely
watching this
wasn't that.
other show on Netflix. I'm not watching it anymore because it's over. I think it's called Dark Tide or something like that. It's set on the Indian reservation, the reservation police, and there's all
TV.
kinds of stuff. Yeah. There was a new season that dropped on Netflix, so I'm all caught up now.
Oh,
but
okay.
I watched
really
a
good
couple
show.
episodes. It wasn't bad.
It's set back in like the 70s or something like that, so it's kind of cool, right? Because I mean, a modern story wouldn't be as good as like one set in the 70s when there was a lot of discontent still.
Did anyone watch that new short series with Kevin Hart and Samuel Jackson and all
No.
those actors? The trailer looks like it could be pretty fun.
I
don't
keep
know what
seeing
you're
it.
talking about.
It's on Peacock. That's why, John. It's called.
Gangsters in the 70s or something.
Yeah, they rob something during a boxing
The
match.
heist, some kind of heist.
Yeah,
something.
a heist movie. Yeah.
I saw
I saw a Western TV show that was pretty good with had a bunch of people in it. It was really good. And everybody dies. It was awesome.
Dave.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
You know what, John? I think I seen the same thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell you the name, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a Western.
Oh, it was the black
There was-
bag. It was the bag.
People
It
in
was
it,
the bag full of heads.
and people died.
It was a bag full of heads. That's what it was called. The black bag full of heads.
Okay.
Hey,
Duffel
when are we
bag,
doing
yeah.
bragging camp?
What?
Yeah.
When are we doing bragging camp?
All right, we'll do that right now.
We can do
I
bragging
don't
camp.
really do-
This is the bragging
all
you
agree that-
didn't know you needed.
Can we all agree that John's
something
wife
to
is
brag
nice?
about.
All right.
I
who
have a
wants to
ton
go
of
first?
bragging items this week.
Oh wait, I might have one thing to brag about. I can go get
Okay.
it.
Really?
Eric, yeah, you
Yeah,
get to show
I
that
got
star.
I got two things. So I got these in.
Oh, cool.
Surprisingly, they came a little dinged. I'm sure you can
Wow,
see
that doesn't happen.
So,
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, those have
well,
the
it
cards.
was all exclusive. Yeah,
Those are the
Really?
ones that
because
match
it was the
ghost.
ones that go with the ghosts. It's the mural ones.
Have you opened one of those boxes
No.
yet?
No, I have not.
All right.
No. I can
going to?
right now if you want. Oh yeah, they're not gonna. Neither of them are gonna stay in that box. I'll be
Just get the
opening. I'll be taking a pair of them off the card, and I'll be keeping another set on the card. And
So-
then I got
Eric,
this.
can I ask you a
looking for
question
that.
real quick?
Thanks.
Why do you think the boxes got damaged? Is it from shipping or the way they packed it?
Honestly, like, I mean, I've never had a bad experience with Pulse. How they use that that paper that
Mesh?
the mesh paper. I've never had a bad experience. Looking at the box, I have to assume that it was like mishandled in the warehouse or something.
Talking
Drop.
about that stuff that pulls
Yeah.
apart. It's like it's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
like splits in
Because
it.
but that wouldn't have caused this. So,
Right, yeah. So and they both look like they were
Yeah.
damaged in the same spot.
Yeah, and I mean there are some scuffs as well on the box, but like I don't really care because the box is just
Yeah, but
protecting the figure
yeah,
on the
it's not
card.
the point though.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have that issue unless it was
Yeah.
from UPS or the post
Yeah.
office or what.
Right.
And
Tina
then
would make a video
This came
about
in
Yeah,
from
That's
Walmart.
the only reason he's asking.
You know
'cause
it,
he's
Rick.
like pretending like I'm going to be the king of saving you. But I watched this video, and in Dino's video, he actually put the figures in the box and then threw the paper on top of it to make it look like it was packaged really bad. If you just yeah,
man. Why do I come on here? Why do I come on here?
I saw you put the stuff in the box and then throw the paper on it.
I would never.
And that's
do-
how
yeah.
you drop the box too.
Yes, I mean, and kicked it across the room.
That's what Connor says.
All right.
That Venom figure
just-
is very good.
My point was, Connor, that I don't think it was damaged in transit. I think it was damaged prior to getting wrapped up
Sounds
based
fair.
on the
okay. Dan, do you have anything?
Well,
I-
is that all you have? Is the Venom? The
I
last
don't.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Two zone
Oh,
horn.
how sick is that? That's so cool.
All right. John, do you have anything?
Well, yeah. So thanks to the Hall of Chronicles and Gary Moore auction, and then thanks to Dave at Vintage Toy Rush,
Oh, look how nice that is,
the
dude.
Ewok toothbrush showed up.
And you're going to use that, right?
Finally.
Kenner preschool. Well, I already did. My teeth are extremely clean
Nice.
from
Does it
shoving
come with
brick
the
in my mouth.
Brushes in there?
Yes, you get one toothbrush handle, two removable toothbrushes.
Can you?
It
Can you
requires
open it up
two
so I can see what it
alkaline
looks like?
batteries. No, because it's never been opened. I don't want to
It's-
take
Do
it.
you even know there's a toothbrush in there?
I know. I
No,
think
actually, it feels
it's
quite
never
heavy.
been open.
It's a box of rocks.
The brick.
Yeah,
Wow.
could just be a brick, and then it was retaped. So
Can't trust those Hall of Chronicles and Gary Moore guys.
you can join the free birthday club.
Sure, you can.
Nice.
That is so retro. That's
That is
awesome.
really
That
cool,
is.
man.
I love
like
that,
it.
man.
We'll send your child a birthday card on their next
Well, they
birthday.
sent-
Look at the Ewok.
All right. So you got that on the auction. Did you get a freebie?
That was
Yeah, we
sent.
got,
That was the freebie, wasn't it? Didn't
so
they
we
purchase
got-
that for you?
Well, yeah, Dave bought it for me, so technically it was free for me, but Dave bought it.
Yeah.
No, he sent these Kellogg's. So apparently in Kellogg's you got these little character things, but I have no idea what they are because
Oh,
so
those-
on the packaging they show. Look, they look like R2, 3PO, Luke, and Leia in them. But then when you get it, they're plastic things with stickers that go on the
So you
plastic
put the
thing.
sticker of the people on each one of those,
Oh,
and
really?
Yes, and that's what they really are. Yeah.
No
But
kidding.
they
That's
fit
from
together
like
like a
cereal box?
rocket. See, they fit together like a rocket. You see, like
Yeah.
this.
You
This
could put popcorn in those.
is in there.
You put a balloon
Jonathan,
on it.
hey, look, me and Jonathan right on the same page. You
So
can
I
use
don't
that
know-
for some popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know what they really do, but yeah. So it looks like I got a Stormtrooper one, a Chewbacca one. Yeah.
Chewbacca.
So,
Did you
That is cool.
oh, he
that's
says
cool.
Chewbacca here is first mate on a ship that might suit us. So
Ooh.
it's Chewbacca.
Look, Gap thinks they are suppositories.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So I got a whole bag of Star Wars suppositories from him.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Is that
Wow.
everything, John?
That's all I got to show. Yeah.
All right.
Eric has his,
I saw,
I'm-
I saw Rick had a gigantic box.
Yeah, let me dig in here.
show if you
Wait,
oh
hang
you
on
already
for this.
opened it.
That's
got-
what was in that giant box. That big box with
Awesome.
that in it. Oh my
World's-
god!
The head fell off?
The
the
world's
head
smallest
fell
battle
off.
cat.
I've never seen the Battle Cat.
He put
And
that
then-
in a giant box just to make a point.
And then the world's smallest He-Man and skeleton. These are so you don't understand how small these are. Like they come with little swords and shields.
Mine are, I think the
And-
one I have is even smaller. That's not the
I've actually
world's
done a
smallest.
video on them, Rick, if you've seen. So
Rick,
And
I
you know,
bet you they're-
he uses like tweezers to hold a blaster sometimes in his videos.
Yeah.
You
Let
like
them breathe.
need like a microscope. Yeah, they're so small, man. But I dig them. They're
Yeah.
almost as
the
cool
knives
as
are tiny.
Rick, you wanna know what I think would be a hilarious video on the He-Man? Is if you go, we're gonna open the world's smallest figure, and then you get your X-Acto and cut it open, and then as you're pulling it out of the package, let
Yeah.
it fly out of your hand, and then spend a couple of minutes like you're looking through the carpet.
I need carpet though.
Or it could get
Let me-
caught
let
in
me
the
see
stuck
head.
in his beard.
Kinda. Yeah, exactly. Eric.
Yeah,
That's my only pickups this week. I splurged like $9 Canadian on those,
That
like at the
is
dollar store.
amazing.
So
That is
Wow.
cool.
But
Those
you
are
got
cool. I like
He
those
sold,
little.
he
Yeah,
sold
there
8
goes,
stormtroopers to buy those.
there's September's toy budget gone.
Yeah.
you got gypped though because they're not actually the smallest He-Man figure.
Dude,
They're
you
not.
find
They're
me a
actually
smaller
bigger.
He-Man than
You
that,
want me
dude.
to go get it? You want me to go get
Yeah.
it? I own it.
All right,
I
go
already
get
have
it,
it.
John. Go
Well, it
get
does
it
feel like
while,
the world's smallest on the
while
package.
Eric shows his carded figures.
So I was pretty surprised that I mean, I figured they were stacked like this, right? Reasonable given the size of the box, but I thought given that a lot of TDC figures have the problem with the like rubbing from the bubble,
Yeah.
Sure.
that they'd at least have some tissue or something. There was not. Thankfully, at least in this one, I don't see any of the rubbing effect. But
Those
They
look
look
good. I
cool.
like them.
Yeah, they
So-
look cool. I like it.
Good looking
so-
card back.
Dino, did you get these? Because you got 2 of the ghosts, right? As well.
No, I don't collect Rebels anymore. Anything.
Oh, you didn't get the ghost? I thought you got the
No.
ghost. Sorry.
I got the
Yeah, it's the
cantina.
same company,
That's it.
John.
These are smaller though.
Yeah, they are smaller, Rick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just
Well,
a clan.
Aren't
just
those
a
the
pack-
same?
Just a package is smaller.
I think the package is because there's a couple different variations of the packages of those world's smallest, but the figures are all the same.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, like, look at the figure next to my finger.
I
The-
do
the
think
one
that.
that
I
Rick-
think, honestly, think they're smaller, John.
Yeah, the one that Rick and I
Yeah.
had, they're a hardback. You
Do
got
you
the one that
thumb?
opens up in the back, right?
No,
Rick?
Rick. Come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
The little back door.
John,
What
does
is
yours
that?
have a
What
pan?
He can't
Your
help
back
it.
panel
Back
is-
is saying this is the
Figure
first
next to
time
it.
he's ever seen the contest.
Mine
Mine's
is-
smaller.
I thought that was fine.
Yeah.
Mine's smaller.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. We're done with that. Anyways, I wanted to point out that Northern Nomad called us.
Vern's got no
suckers
skin in
again,
the game with the
so
small.
we're gonna have to figure out why we all look like a bunch of candy on a stick. I'm gonna show off my pickup of the week, which is
I saw your video.
Maverick.
That's really cool. How much was all the figures? Can you tell
I don't
me?
remember.
Just in case your wife's watching.
His wife is watching. Oh
the
man,
head
that
looks
sculpt
even
came out
better.
better. Yeah.
Looks
That's
pretty
good.
good, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Those are cool, man.
I like the molded hair on the action figures now, as opposed to trying to paint them like they used to do.
Would you
Yeah.
say that each figure is over $50 each?
Anyways, they are really cool.
Dino, is your mic on?
All right. Well, I guess that is everybody for Bragging Camp.
So
Dino,
sad.
how many popcorn buckets?
I'm
did
the
you
one
get?
who asked for it, and I go last. So, I did get my Beetlejuice sunglasses.
Well, I want to see the Jabba the Hutt popcorn bucket.
No, I haven't. I don't. That's from Disney Store. I mean
Is
Disney
it?
Parks, right?
I don't know. That's the coolest
think that's
popcorn
Disney
bucket I've
Parks,
ever
though.
seen.
Superstars. I get my Big Boss Man.
What is Boss Man in one word? Tatanka.
The Tanaka sister.
Tanaka 2.
Wait, who was
And then-
that, Dean? That last one you just held up.
That was the Tanaka
Tatanka.
sister.
Tatanka.
What?
Yeah, it's a Tanaka sister.
Yeah, the Tanaka sister.
Oh,
Tanaka.
okay.
I think he was from. Is Tanaka from the? I don't know if he's from the 70s or the 80s.
So why is he
or
wearing
what.
that outfit?
But one of my favorite wrestlers, Kurt Angle.
He sucks.
I love Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was hilarious in the 2000s.
He was a funny guy. I appreciate it.
I picked up Batman Forever.
Ooh.
That is
The,
Batman
Bill
number
Murray.
484.
Jim Carrey.
Build the bat in it.
So I'm
He
still
bought
looking
him off
for.
with the Build the Bat.
I'm still looking for a Two-Face and Robin.
All right.
I
Those
got
look pretty
these
good.
last week. Yesterday, I picked up one of the my favorite turtles, Mutagen Man.
That's cool.
Today, I picked up Universal Monsters, the Gill Man, Creature from the
Oh,
Black
that's cool.
Lagoon. I don't really do Funko Pops, but I love the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then I had to get this one because I've never
Yeah,
seen
that's
a
cool.
pop that look like that, right?
No, it's
like
the
a-
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different.
So, Bob, that'll go good with my popcorn buckets. Today, I picked up a vintage collector's
Oh.
carrying case, Batman Returns.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I
and
like
it
the
does
art
have
of
it
that.
inserts. There's 2 inserts in here.
Nice.
That was $20 for that. I thought that was a decent deal for a cool collector's case.
Yeah.
And where was that from, Dino?
Collectiques. And then also from Collectiques, I picked up to go with my Laserdisc player. One of the greatest movies of all time, Romancing the Stone.
Now, here's an
Oh.
interesting thing about Romancing the Stone. He makes the comment about American Express. Do you know why? About the traveler's checks, why he only takes American Express?
Why?
Because Carl Malden did the commercials for American Express traveler's checks, and Carl Malden and Michael Douglas were both in the streets of San Francisco.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like
and
a
then,
ode to his buddy from the other show.
Little
la-
nod.
and
to
last
it.
but not least, for my Atari, I picked up a brand new joystick for my Atari 2600. So this
Why
is
is
a
there a little sticker on there?
Wow.
So this is a modern controller for it. It has little spots to put your thumbs, so it's nice and comfortable. It comes with 2 triggers, so if you're lefty or righty.
Which are you, Dino? Are you a lefty or a righty?
So I'd be playing like this. So my trigger would be my left hand, and the controller would be my right. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it later on tonight.
is that one of those that has the games built in it, or is it
No,
really
this is, I have it. I have an Atari 2600 connected to my tube TV. So this has the connector in the back.
Oh wow.
Connects directly to your old school vintage Atari and modern Ataris if they have that port, which some of them do. And then last but not least, I picked up this Coca-Cola.
And, cherry Coke.
Yeah, cherry Coke. My wife likes the cherry Coke, but I think I showed this off last week, right? The Fanta.
Oh yeah.
Did you see they have like Oreo flavored Coke out there now?
No.
Yeah.
Coke flavored Oreos.
Yeah, we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago. I want
Yeah.
to try it. I have to go to the store and look for it.
Yeah, I need
should
to
have
find
been.
that.
In Canada, we just got the Star Wars Oreos, but now they're marketing new KFC flavored craft dinner. So I've been kind of looking for that just because I'm like, for $2 or whatever it costs.
Like
I gotta
Oreo?
try it.
Yeah,
KFC
Oreos.
craft dinner Oreos.
No, just KFC flavored.
Oreo
Craft
cookie.
And then they have at KFC, they have a KFC chicken burger with a bunch of craft dinner on top of it, like which is not something I would eat.
So,
but
I'm reading Prophet's comment. Did anyone know that Michael Keaton was a Douglas? Is it what is that?
His
Is he
name was
related?
Michael. So the article that I read said his real name is Michael Douglas, and he's going to change it back to Michael Douglas when he signed up for the Screen Actors Guild. The Michael Douglas we know is already a household name, so he went with Keaton.
From my understanding, when you sign up for the Screen Actors Guild, there can only be one person with a specific name, right?
Right.
So you have to actually pick a different name, and I think
That's
a lot
so
of people.
stupid.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
didn't the what's the Emily Stone or whatever? Didn't she say
Emma Stone?
Yeah,
Emma Stone? Well, her name's Emily,
Emily. Yeah.
and she had to change it because of the
It was
Screen
already
Actors
a
Guild. Or
Yeah, we
something
have
like
a family member that she's in the guild, and she had to. She had a name. I think the woman that had the name she was going to use was like 80-something years old, and
Wow.
I think she was able to get her name.
You know what would be great
I
though?
haven't invited it yet.
If I get into the Screen Actors Guild, I won't have that problem.
I won't either. But they haven't invited me officially yet, so I'm still waiting.
Gab
my
was talking
appearance in
about
Peacemaker.
SpaghettiOs. I found some Star Wars SpaghettiOs last week at Vaughn's.
Oh,
I
cool.
surrounded the Chewbacca can with Stormtrooper cans.
Oh, Vern,
Did
you might
you
have
really?
a problem. If
What?
Gap beats you to it, man, you might.
Picture it didn't have
Okay.
Did you put out a short?
I did. It got 375 views and then stopped.
Yeah.
And then I did one of the Hulk holding one of Captain America's wings, and it got close to 3,000. Go figure. The Hulk is very popular.
That's the name I was going to choose when
Left
I joined the
foot
Screen
traffic.
Actors Guild.
So I think that's it for my pickups.
right. Well, that's all your pickups? Okay.
I think so.
All right. And this is the Creator Spotlight. This is the Creator Spotlight you didn't know you needed. You see how I'm doing that
sensing
with
a
like
theme
all the
here.
themes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a theme.
And then let me paste this link in the chat. This is another YouTube channel. This is Thanks But No Thanks Productions.
You're welcome.
And what? Yes. And if you like stop motion, I will just show you a clip right now so you can see why.
Oh, no kidding. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So it goes on for a while, but it's really cool. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I think you should head on over there and check out his video on his channel. But it's
well
Thanks
done.
But No Thanks Productions. They have quite a few action figure G.I. Joe movies. They're all the same quality. Here he is in the bottom talking about, this is like 4 months ago, talking about the release of the movie. They were going to release the title back in May. So you can see how long it would take to do something like that. They have a few movies. They also have a website. It is actionfiguremovies.com, where you can go check them out and see basically all of the stop motion movies that they've done.
It's actionfigureactionmovie.com.
Okay, actionfigureactionmovie.com. Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't do that.
Say that 10 times fast.
No, I can't. Actually,
You
let
can't
me,
say it once fast.
Copy. I think it's pretty cool. Like, if you go follow him on Instagram or whatever, just tell him that you saw him here on the Toy Duo. That would help us out. Get some, word of mouth advertising. Also, if you guys are tuning in watching the show, tell some friends to come stop by once in a while. Unless you don't tell your friends you collect action figures, then you just keep it to yourself.
What if I don't have any friends?
Yeah, that's my problem.
These are all my friends.
I met 2 new people at Ollie's.
Really?
They were digging through the toys, and I was filming them. And then when I got done filming, they were like, "Why were you filming? Do you have a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Yeah."
How did they not know you? They're from Florida.
They said, "What's the YouTube channel?" And I told them, and they went,
So-
"Okay."
Did they follow you right there?
No,
No, they just left.
I make sure that they
okay.
subscribe right then and there. If I go through that whole schmeal, I make sure, hey, pull out your phone. I'll show you. Yep, there I am. Make sure you
Here
click
he
it
is,
now.
leading people in the aisle. He's
yeah,
grabbing him by the neck, and he's like, "You will subscribe to my channel right now."
I
just
just
grab their
you know,
phones
they-
and I do
if
it.
I
take
go
their own
through all
phone.
that, I'm like, take out your phone, pull up YouTube,
Little kid.
and then the little kid. Okay, Mister.
That's not creepy at all.
But they're not my friends.
Oh, they're not. You didn't get
No.
the phone numbers and stuff like that.
Forget them, eh, John?
No,
What?
they're up like an hour north. I can't be there.
You know what? Hey, you should have told them in the store. Go, hey, you guys want to go grab lunch? It's on me. And then, like halfway through lunch, just say, I got to go to the bathroom really quick.
Drive back home.
And that's when Rick starts getting messages. Why'd you leave me? Because John told him his channel's Left Coast Graphics.
Yeah, exactly.
Send me bills.
And they're like, I'm sure his beard looked different, but
They all look the same.
well, I tell people all the time when I see them in public, just follow me on YouTube, Left Coast Graphics. Left Coast is the best coast. I put on my beard for all my videos.
You did actually buy a beard off Etsy, though. You remember that, right?
I have a beard from a Santa Claus outfit.
Putting that out there.
Yes. Let's see. Anthony Jameson's here. Bender Rodriguez joined us. Do we see talk to Jumpy McClunky earlier? He's here. G-Force.
Nomad.
Anybody? Northern Nomad. Yeah, he called us suckers again.
Always.
Oh,
Always.
jeez.
Suckers. I wonder how he's thinking it when he's typing it. What's up, sucker? I don't know.
Oh,
There's got to be inflection.
It sounds like
in that voice.
McLovin.
It sounds like what?
McLovin from Superbad.
I watched a documentary on the McLovin the other day, and it was funny because it was like he's that typecast. Like he will never not be McLovin. There's nothing he could possibly do in his acting career that would outdo the hugeness that McLovin became, right, from Superbad. So it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
if
in a
he
way,
played
he kind of sad.
Skywalker,
Well, no. If he took a couple of acting classes, he might be able to get a role that could break him out of that.
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's just similar, like as Mark Hamill, or was his first big acting role as a child actor.
When you say Mark Hamill,
Became McLovin.
When you say Mark
20
Hamill, I
years
think
later.
of Corvette Summer. That's it.
Yeah, of course it
Was
is.
he in another movie?
the Joker. He was the
I
Joker.
think of that movie. What's
He's
that?
a voice
What
work.
was that?
He did some voice work.
Skeletor.
What was that?
He played Bert Kreischer's dad in the what was that called?
Some Russian, the Russian
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It's based on a true
Guyver.
story.
What about the Guyver? He was in that movie, right? Remember that one?
He was in MacGyver.
No, Guyver. The Guyver. It was a movie about you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
John, right?
The Japanese anime, Kyver. Yeah.
The Guyver.
Oh, but they did a
Live
live
action
action
movie.
version of that, right?
yeah,
they did,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
They did.
talking about. He was in that movie.
Mark
Was-
Hamill.
Was Mark Hamill the
Yeah.
guy in Jim Cotta, or was that somebody else?
Mark Hamill's the guy in Star Wars.
Oh, He was also Mark Hamill was also he also had a cameo as the cock knocker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
And he was also in the Flash TV show, the
yes, he was.
Arrowverse. He was.
Right, so you guys remember all these movies?
The Trickster.
The Trickster. That's what it was.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
You may need to remember these movies in 30 seconds.
And they did a TV show for MacGyver, live action as well.
A MacGyver? They did a MacGyver TV show?
It's called Guyver, not MacGyver.
A live action?
We're naming his resume here. He was in some medieval show recently.
Yeah, it's a good.
The Knights Templar show. I know. Yeah, I watched that. It was a shame that got canceled. I like that.
Northern Nomad's calling me out on the Jim Cotta. It's Kurt Thomas. He was an Olympic dude. They were trying to make him a movie star. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Like every time he turned a corner, there was like a horizontal bar or like a pommel horse or a ring just in an alley.
Perfectly placed for gymnastic moves.
Jim Cotta, I remember that.
It was fun. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
That happened in
like I've never gone down an alley and found any of that stuff. But
that happened in a Gamera movie too. Gamera came out, was fighting the knife monster, and all of a sudden there was a bar for him to grab onto and do gymnastics on.
Oh, well, okay.
That's around the bar, and then did a nice.
And then, of course, all the bad guys surrounded him right there where the bar was.
So you kick him. Well, yeah, and then he did a dismount and landed on the knife monster guy.
Ah, see? There you go. All right. You guys ready? This is the Hot or Not section. These are the toy reveals. Oh, the toys revealed that you didn't know you needed.
You got Junkman making your graphics, man?
Yeah.
Has there been any reveals this week?
Yes. McFarlane has a bunch.
5 Batmans.
I did not get all 5 Batmans. Anyways, here's the first one. It is a re-release of the Marvel Legends Xavier with his like super-powered chair because apparently the fans have asked for it.
I have it right here.
By popular demand. Who asked for this?
I thought about getting it, but
not the toy scalpers.
Yeah, I mean, I in the chat, did anybody order this?
If I had unlimited space, I would have gotten it.
Okay, all right, but you probably would have already had it.
The thing is, I already own this.
Yeah, because I think it was so easy to get. You know, it was one of those clearance.
There are people who come in to the line.
Yeah, that's true.
Late, right?
But don't bill these things as backed by popular demand.
Yeah.
Put it on a retro card, and I might buy it.
Yeah.
I like Professor X in a wheelchair.
All right, and this Green Goblin.
I have it already.
I would have gotten it if I had more space, but
as long as it's on a retro card, it will look cool.
It is. Yeah. That one is.
That one was really pricey on the.
Yeah,
I think just put them all on retro cards. Don't even use boxes.
I have that one on the retro card. I bought it when it first came out. I didn't know it was so valuable. How much is that worth on like the aftermarket?
Sometimes I feel like these are the ones they just held out to make the market feel like this was sought after, and then they're your hero for re-releasing it.
It's a great.
I think part of it is too. There's not for the past year or two. There's not been a big movie or property for Hasbro to make these licensed toys out of. So they're pulling some stuff out of the archives, so to speak, so they can fill the aisle of the toy stores that they're responsible for.
This was one of the first releases from the retro collection.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a good dozen different Spider-Man figures now, right?
Yeah.
Look at all the pins.
Yeah, the one that I want is the Defoe Goblin, just because I need
the movie one.
The Defoe head, yeah.
That's those. Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm not sure. Did it come with I think it comes with an alternate head.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I think comes with a Norman Osborn head.
Yeah, it's just not Willem Dafoe version.
It's just
right.
not Defoe, yeah.
Because it's the
cartoon,
the animated series. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more the.
I like the colors. Retro colors rock.
It looks good. I mean, but I don't know why. You know what I mean? They could have just like said, And here's some figures to if you're new to collecting.
If you missed it the first time, yeah.
Yeah. And then is this Bumblebee, this deluxe class Bumblebee, really sought after?
No.
Because I thought it was at Ross.
I did. The
I
first
wonder
time.
if Hasbro said, it's cheaper for us if we just buy them at Ross
You're right.
And
and then just produce them.
Double our money, triple
Just
our money.
repackage them.
Yeah, they repackaged them.
See, the anime shows only covered books 1 and 2. Turns out there are like 50 to 60 manga books, but the writers just got bored and stopped writing. Okay.
He's talking about the Guyver, I think.
The
They're still
Guyver.
talking about Guyver, yeah.
We were
And
yeah,
then-
we can,
That's still talking about the MacGyver.
well, yeah, because John said there was a live action show and it was driving me and Jonathan nuts because I'm like, I would have totally watched that, and I can't.
I think it didn't do very well. It didn't get promoted very well. I think it probably was like on the CW after.
No, there probably wasn't. No,
It was
I
before
can't find it
CW.
anywhere. Yeah.
see what it is my brother used to watch them all the time. So whenever I'd go over and I'd see him watching the Guyver, I assumed he was watching live action TV show because he would be watching it every time I went over there. So I'm like, how can you be watching the same 2 movies that many times? But it was probably just that he liked them so much. He always rewatched the 2 movies whenever.
And you just thought it was.
Yeah, and I just thought it was a TV show because
I didn't
was
know
like,
they made a second one.
he was
because
watching.
Gap is saying that they did a reboot even on CBS.
Yeah, they did. It lasted a few years.
That was MacGyver, though, not the
Yeah,
Guyver.
MacGyver.
Oh, did you know the original MacGyver was filmed here in Vancouver?
All right, and this is the Black Series figures that are highly sought after.
I
So-
just set these 4 figures up in my Black Series display over the weekend while I was
Yeah.
at the house.
I just traded a Sage Ventress.
So the thing is
I sold all of mine last year and got top dollar for them.
In
that
fact, I was
that
talking with
Kenobi-
Dino about having my Asajj Ventress in that pose
Yeah.
and saying if I put her on there with the tiered display, I can't see her lightsabers.
but that Kenobi, if that's not on an updated Stormtrooper body, what's the point? Because
No, it's the original clone
They're
trooper.
the
re-released.
original one it's wanky, like they
It's
should
not
have.
good.
The legs would bend. The legs would like warp
then
on
that-
it. Like it was
And then
weird.
they needed to get rid of all the old Darth Maul stuff. That's why they did the
Nihilus.
again.
No, Nihilus and Darth Maul are absolutely totally different sculpts. Look at the legs. Look at the arms.
And
Well,
they're
you-
the
you
exact
have a
same as
side
their
by side.
previous release.
If you have them side by side, Nihilus and Maul are completely
True.
different molds.
But out of all of these, I think Nihilus was pretty pricey.
He was
on
popular.
eBay.
Yeah, it was hard to
whatnot.
find for a while.
The red dude
Kenobi
from the
was,
video
I sold
game is
Kenobi
really
for
cool.
$80, I believe.
I just opened that guy from the video game, and he's really cool.
Oh, that's
Opened him
yeah,
this weekend.
Jonathan. At least in the States, Nihilus is probably the most pricey out of all of these.
Yes,
I would.
I
think.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's really weird, like the stuff that we don't have stock of that they have
Yeah.
overseas, and then and vice versa and stuff like that. All right.
Kenobi was hard to find because it was a Walgreens exclusive. Yeah.
But I have all of these, so I don't need them.
Yeah. Same.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then Marvel Legends.
That
Hot or
looks
not?
cool.
You guys
I-
are paying $70 for a big gigantic puppy?
Jeez,
I want that
$70.
$70, not
Priceless.
the price.
It's neat, but I really don't understand why so many people are going bonkers about this because everybody that I know hates the Inhumans, and now all of a sudden everyone loves the Inhumans, and I'm like, wait a
Well,
minute,
they like
where did
the
all this
comic book
Inhuman
Well,
Inhumans.
come
They
it's-
from?
just didn't
I
like
like
the
the
movie.
dog.
Yeah. The TV show movie that they did was garbage, but this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but the comics don't sell at all when they make Inhumans.
Oh,
comics.
sure. Sure.
No one buys them.
Now, is this dog huge and the person small?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know.
Crystal.
Yeah.
And it has extra legs so it can sit like that too, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
So they
check
couldn't
that.
make it. They couldn't articulate the legs enough to make it be able to sit.
Is that the dog from the movie
Looks kinda
Waiting?
funny.
With,
Now, it'd be interesting is because you could get that set and then carry the dog around and make people think you had a really small dog
put him
when
in
you
a
go to restaurants and
carriage.
stuff.
I
Put
saw
it in
a
your
really
little-
small
put it in
dog
your
yesterday. I'm not kidding. It was like it could fit in one hand. It was so small.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's a
What's that
genetic-
big red dog's name? Rudolph.
Clifford.
Clifford.
Clifford, the big
yeah.
red dog.
Rudolph.
I don't know, man.
No, that's
It's a
a
long
red-nosed
time ago,
reindeer.
man. Clifford's like 40 years ago.
Okay, let's see. What's the timestamp? I gotta figure out the timestamp. Rick said,
From
"I
that-
I don't know."
Not getting it. No, not getting this. I'm not a fan of
No.
Inhumans, so not getting it.
I don't like the lightning in his forehead. That because if you remove it, he's still gonna have a hole in his forehead. So
Well, he had a
that's part of his
tuning
character.
fork.
He's got like the the fork.
yeah,
He
but
had a
if I
tuning
want a
fork in his head.
plastic dog toy, I don't want to have a tuning fork in his head.
Well, then don't buy this one. Go to the
Yeah, don't buy
hobby store and buy the hobby
Right.
store one.
And go to
Yeah.
Hobby
What's a
Lobby.
hobby store for 200? Vern?
I've seen a lot of
So
comments here
Jonathan
on
is
the
saying
lack
that the lack of articulation is a disgrace, considering what classifieds have done with animals and the price point.
Yeah.
I would say I would agree with that and add the price point
Yep,
because this thing is
absolutely.
expensive.
Yeah.
You think about
Apparently
like
it-
timber and the rawhide.
Yeah. They were smaller
The-
dogs.
Odin Thor like $59, the same price too, and that's just one figure.
Odin Thor.
Yeah, the big Thor with the beard called Odin Thor, or Odin
Thor Odinson.
Thor
Is that a
Odinson.
Marvel Legends?
Yeah, it's another one that went up for pre-order a month or two ago.
Oh, I don't.
Pretty sure that was the same price, and that's just one.
Oh,
figure.
you're talking about just Odin, the big bulky Odin. That's
Yeah, Odin.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's a deluxe.
Okay.
But is
The
that a
dog's
Marvel
deluxe.
Legends
The
figure?
dog is kind of deluxe, isn't it?
No.
Oh, so he does have an alternate head.
This is crazy. The
Yeah, the dog's got two faces.
So does this Batmobile have a magnifying glass on the front? Is that
It's
what?
not
That's
a
what I was
Batmobile.
wondering. Now.
No,
Looks like it.
I don't.
We should
I don't remember this. Like in
make
the
all
show.
the Moss Vespas you can.
That's what
I'm
I'm.
wondering about the ribbon on the back, the bow. I mean, with those tassels hanging down right in front of the exhaust, they're going to get dirty real fast.
Might even
Yeah.
at night.
If
Oh,
they
does
don't
it come with a
catch
figure, I wonder?
on fire.
Those are bat tassels.
Because
It's weird that they market it with two different versions of a Batgirl figure, neither which is included with the cycle.
So I
one
have
with
the
the yellow
purple
cape,
one,
one
so
with
I
the
think
black
that
cape.
the
Two
I have
different
the
color
purple
outfits.
Batgirl. But
Can
I-
you
I
even
think
get the purple one? Because they had one on a EQL or whatever, one of their little special releases that you had to like win the ability to buy it.
Do you
Wasn't
want me
that
to show you the one I have? Do
the purple one?
you want to see it?
Do you have it? Do you have
Yeah.
to run right there and get it?
Well,
One
I
of
have
them's
to-
already
obviously,
out.
I don't
The
have it
other
right
one,
here. Hold on a second.
I don't
I don't
remember.
want you
One
guys
is
checking
already
on my
out.
butt. So
I would never buy this bike. Never, ever. No.
It is kind of silly, but it looks exactly like it did in the show, which is
I
funny.
don't know. I think it
Had
100%.
like a tablecloth on the seat. And
Lockjaw sucks. All right. Let's do this. Dean's gonna go get his thing. I'll show you guys my new Star Wars figure that I just got. It is
Ironing board.
Darth Bane.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
it's a good one.
very
oh,
creative.
nice.
Oh, okay.
We haven't seen a good head swap in a while, Vern.
Just being silly.
Well, that wasn't
The
even
purple one they got, right?
That was just putting on a helmet, right?
Yeah, I just put the removable helmet on Bane.
I like the
Yeah,
purple
but-
one better.
that's the one they're showing on the bike.
Okay.
So it comes with handcuffs and a batarang.
Like
So why does she come with handcuffs?
fuzzy
Because they
hand?
handcuffed her to the bed.
You have to ask her yourself, do you know?
Are they
Would you like to know?
That's crazy. I don't know.
are they
Why.
fuzzy handcuffs?
Are they bat handcuffs?
They are.
No.
They're furry handcuffs.
Yeah.
Get the bat cuffs.
That they
So
did.
I might get this bike if it's on. I find it in store and it's.
I
on clearance.
never saw the other bat cycle in the store,
I have
that-
it.
and that's one that I actually wanted.
I
And-
picked it up on.
And they made
clearance.
a boat, a cheap boat too, didn't
I
they?
have the
I-
boat also.
Yep.
I didn't get the boat either.
So they
'cause
still
it's
need to
next-
make the bat copter for this series. I'm sure that will come
That would be cool.
in the black kind of color, right? If it's going to be
The
Adam
problem
West.
is,
The
it will
shark
probably be
repellent
in a
that's
box as big as that last Batmobile, the one that I can't pick up.
Yeah, because it would have to be kind of big enough to put two figures in.
And then it would
the
have
one
like a
figure-
little ladder thing, so he could like
Yeah.
climb down. You probably want to put a shark in there.
I
And
bet
everything.
you could have it before Christmas. I'm going to throw that out there as a left
right.
coast theory. The
All right.
copter will be out before Christmas.
Okay, the copter before Christmas, everyone. I think it's going to be a crowd fund that you won't be able to find because it'll be hidden in the drawing board section of his website.
Maybe for 7-inch. I am going to buy my first Batman 7-inch McFarlane, and it's going to be the Adam West one when I ever do find it, because I think that looks pretty cool. Just hate the fact that it's 7 inches. Like, I didn't buy the 5.5-inch one because it was 5.5 inches, and it'd be the only 5.5-inch figure in my collection. So, 7-inch, at least I can put them beside Predator.
But I like this scale because it is world building, because they come with play sets, they make vehicles, so it's a fun line. I just wish I had the space to display all the play sets.
I love the colors. I just think the scale is.
So Vern, I have the chase figures of all them. I have the Adam West, the Batman unmasked, and the Robin unmasked, and the Joker masked. So that's the chase. Is the Joker actually has a mask on?
Dino,
Vern, on that
bragging
Joker
camp going for you.
I thought we had bragging camp was still going.
Does that Joker have a molded mustache that's painted over like the original actor?
Here. Okay, hold on. Let me get my magnifying glass out.
I'm just curious because that was a cool thing.
No, it doesn't look like he has a mustache.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see them in
version
store,
has the mustache.
Yeah.
Vern. The chase version. The chase version has the
Chase
mustache.
version does. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Anyways, these are some alternate versions of the McFarlane Super Batman dude with the top hat guy.
Now, question for you: was Wonder Woman from the 70s ever on the Batman 66 show? Because that's where I'm lost here.
She was.
Really?
She was.
But it
in
didn't
the
come out
episode.
until the 70s, so how could she be on it?
She was.
It wasn't. What's
It wasn't
her name?
Linda Carter.
Yeah, it wasn't Linda Carter. It was someone else.
So there was a Wonder Woman on that show?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So I
Not
think I'll
that
pick
old,
most
though.
of these up. I still haven't found the previous wave. I'm still looking for the previous wave, but I might pick up these. I think that the Joker looks good. So look at the Joker, how he has the mask. Now that's the chase version.
Yeah. You could hardly recognize him with that mask.
I didn't know.
I don't recognize him at all.
I had no idea. Is that what was his regular name?
When
on the
does
show?
Batman wear a red suit in the TV show?
Yeah, well, that's the Italian poster colors.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So they false advertised a red suit on their poster?
Yep.
Bootleg man? So since now they made the Adam West in the 7-inch multiverse, do you think they're going to do Linda Carter in the 7-inch?
Yakbat is saying that Wonder Woman was not on the show. That he's talking about that.
No, she was.
He's talking about the movie with what's her name, the blonde girl.
It was a comic book miniseries where they met up.
Okay.
Batman 66 met Wonder Woman 77 in a comic book miniseries. Yeah, she wasn't actually on the show.
Yeah, no, she wasn't on the show, but they actually made a Superman also for this line.
Yeah, they did. They made a Superman,
and
probably because of the comic book too.
But they're just expanding it because if you like Batman 66, chances are you're gonna like the 70s Wonder Woman and the Superman.
Because it's been leaked already, like a small list of McFarlane figures. There is a 7-inch Christopher Reeves coming later this year too.
Oh, that'll be pretty cool. I'll probably pick
I'm all over that. So all they need is Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, and I'll have 3 Batman or universe figures.
So I might have to go back and pick up that Batman 66 then.
Batman 66.
That's cool.
7-inch, yeah. So I like it. I like the villains the best.
Oh, Green Hornet and Kato, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
In this
scale would be really cool.
But which version? The modern Green Hornet?
60s version.
60s.
Not the one with what was
no,
the actor's name?
And there's people that probably don't even realize there was like a show prior to that. Kathy Lee Crosby. That was the TV Wonder Woman or the movie Wonder Woman, right?
Oh wow.
Kathy Lee Crosby, really?
Kathy Lee
Yeah, the one that
Crosby. Is
came
that
out
the one
before.
from?
And of course, she was
That's
Kathy Lee.
Incredible.
It was a like when they were making those really long, drawn out, boring superhero movies, like that 2-hour Captain America movie that was just awful. I think it was something around that time they made that Wonder Woman with the Kathy Lee Crosby.
You ever see the live action TV show of the Super Friends?
I saw the thing where they were playing the game where it was like a game show or something.
Yeah,
and
I think it was like
and you had the Justice League versus the whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool, Jono.
Yeah, it was almost like a roast, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, it was something like that. All right, let's see. Deathstroke. Anybody?
I'm not a big Deathstroke fan.
It's a
Looks
page
cool.
puncher.
Two heads, right?
Yes, I did not pull the picture with the mask because I thought this head looked really cool.
And he's a good guy, right?
Well, I mean,
Kind of
He's
like
a hero.
Is he
Not like a
Deadpool?
super villain.
I think he's.
yeah, I mean,
He's like the Punisher. I think.
he's the Deadpool of DC
That's what I thought he was. Yeah.
because he was made by the same guy.
Action figures that come with a crowbar are pretty cool, though.
Rob Liefeld made this guy after he went to do some DC stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
fake Deadpool.
I thought Deathstroke came before Deadpool.
Was it the other way around? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it was the other way around.
Because I thought, because isn't Deathstroke's name like Slade Wilson or something like that?
I think it
And
is,
then,
yeah.
and then I think I remember seeing some interview with Rob Liefeld where he thought it was funny to just riff on that and call Deadpool Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson. Okay, yeah, maybe it was the other way around. You're right.
All right. So you got a lot of McFarlane here, Dino. A lot of reveals this week. This is why Hasbro probably isn't doing the starting lineup figures anymore because it seems like McFarlane's getting the license from NFL, hockey, all these guys. So
They're probably not articulated though. They're probably like the Rocky figures, right?
Yeah, they're little statues.
So I do have a problem with this set though because
Is it because they're brothers?
both running in the opposite direction.
Well, they should have packaged them differently.
Right. I mean, if he really wants to tackle that guy with the ball,
Well, that would never have happened. They were
Because
both,
they're both offensive linemen.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And only one of them is dating Taylor Swift.
That's why they packaged them together because they didn't want to hurt one's feeling by not being able to sell the same number of figures.
I
Yeah,
do
that's
have.
pretty good.
I still have about
Okay.
20 or 30 of the original McFarlane, and if they call them sports picks, I don't know if it calls them that anymore. Like Bo Jackson and Reggie White and Brett Favre. Like I like them, but I mean, I don't know, man. I think that was a 10 years ago style. At least make them articulated. Like,
Yeah, these should have been action figures,
Yeah,
right?
that way I can reuse the helmets and the footballs and the cleats.
Yeah,
I can put football cleats on my footless alien, you know.
just like they did with those basketball ones. I really wish they would have continued with that line because but
they had license for the NFL starting lineup and hockey and baseball, and the only thing they released was 2 waves of basketball.
I just think they picked the wrong players. They maybe even the wrong sport. Maybe they should have. I agree. They could have. What?
I was just going to say basketball has more international appeal that compared to any of the others.
I think you have. I just don't think you have the same kind of fans though.
No,
I don't disagree. I'm just
I mean, you go to the pod. If I go to the Padres game, they have a store and they got like every little thing you can imagine with Padres written on it, and I mean everything in there sells. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're giving away bobbleheads at the games, and like they do this special bobblehead where like the one player is a Jedi Knight or is a Mandalorian or something, and everybody wants to go to that game to get that bobblehead.
Yeah, for sure. NFL and Major League Baseball definitely sell the most merchandise and jerseys and souvenirs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to do them first.
Anyways, I did not get any of the other ones, just this one football one I put in this show.
But yay, football's back.
Super 7 Deluxe. Wave 1 at Target.
Oh, really? Was that this week's reveal?
Yeah, supposedly they dropped it on Target. And look at the Godzilla.
Fake Godzilla too.
Right, 2 of them.
Huh.
I want to say they're all still available. Yeah, I'm looking now.
What's the price on them? 55?
Probably because they're ultimates.
Give me a sec. The Godzilla is $35.49.
I mean, they're 3.75 inch scale.
Yeah, that's still kind of hefty.
$35.49 for the Mecha.
No, they're not 3 3/4.
That's cheap for $35 American.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Lino's sold out. Yeah.
Oh, you probably
big are
get
they? Are they 5 inches? Or
I don't think they make 5-inch toys.
well, I'm just saying because I mean, for $35, usually the ultimates are.
That's what I'm wondering. They're $50, aren't they?
No, he said
$35.49. All 4 $35.49, except the Thundercats ones appear to be sold out. They just didn't disable the add to cart button. Yeah,
that's interesting. I'd have to see them in person. And
it says Godzilla 93.
6-inch figure line.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian is saying that they're a new retail friendly 6-inch figure line.
they're 5.5 inch scale
Okay.
based on the product.
Yeah, new price point. Because they made a post today for a couple of rapper figures, and they're calling them.
Yeah, they're.
deluxe,
Yeah,
as
and then
opposed
there's
to
7-inch
ultimate.
figures. They're 7-inch fully articulated figures.
But that's what they call ultimates. So maybe they're getting rid of the ultimates word.
Maybe. All right, and then if you are in the store and you buy this Batman, make sure that you scan your code to win this replica Batman mask.
That's cool. I would wear that often.
Is it a replica?
That's a cool
Why-
mask.
His was it black?
Dark blue.
Dark blue.
That's not black. That's dark blue.
That looks black. to me.
Dark blue.
That's really blue. I can tell. It's blue.
Pantone 291.
So they don't have
You gotta
plans
remember
to sell that separately. They're just
No,
They probably will.
No,
He
it's
said-
a win it, like limited edition. Like
They are
cowl.
making the cowls. They are making statues of the cowls. Like I think they're like
Well,
7
Vern,
inches.
you saw the life-size Batman '89 one, right?
I
at
did.
Comic-Con?
I did.
And that's available already to pre-order. And now they're making 1/3 scale cowls for $20, which is kind of a neat item. Like, because I've got quarter scale helmets,
Yeah.
and I like that size because you can fit a bunch on a shelf. So 1/3 is like a little bit bigger. I don't know. It's a cool idea, I guess,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
because you'll buy if they're that size, you'll buy multiple.
Yeah.
$20.
Especially
if they're
'cause
life
they're gonna-
size, if they're life size, are you going to buy 5 different Batman life size busts unless you have a museum room?
Well,
Right.
or if you can wear them,
Oh, I'm wearing this every day when I
like
go.
this
to
thing
Walmart.
is something you would wear. You know what I mean?
I think with that beard, it would be hard to
They still wouldn't recognize me.
You would wear that driving in your
conceal your
car.
identity.
All those security cameras would get all cluster effed.
You could go into McDonald's and just say, "Give me the Bat Mac."
I'm Rickman. I'm Rickman.
All right, and then Rick, since you're the only one buying McFarlane stuff,
I've never bought a McFarlane stuff, except for Bob and Doug McKenzie figures back in
I
the day.
love this stuff.
so is that a machine gun with a necklace
Chain.
wrapped around it?
yeah.
Sure
Is
it
this
is.
Spawn?
She Spawn?
It looks like a Spawn, right?
She's fun.
With the mask and all the
That's a
Like,
fan photo. That's not an official
studs.
Tony
Yeah.
Mac photo.
It
Is this a
isn't?
re-release?
I have no idea. I've never seen this photo.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
She's already been out, unless there's something different about this.
I think it's just a fan photo that Todd shared at one time. I saw a new statue of like Harley Quinn on a skateboard coming up this morning. I'm like, whoa, this is cool.
Skateboard. I'm trying to find the picture.
G-Force has her. He says.
Yeah, I think it was a re-release or something like that. where it was like up for order again or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Looks good. I like the hair. Wish I had hair like that.
And there's not
Do
a
you-
whole lot to
do you
pick
really,
from
though?
tonight. So
I
we
do.
have-
I do.
you know, we're grasping at straws here for reveals.
Oh, there's the one we were
Dino.
waiting for.
Super 7,
That guy looks
Devo,
familiar.
put your hat on.
Ding,
I
ding,
don't know
ding,
what
ding,
it
ding.
is.
Whip it, Dino.
Whip it. Whip it good.
Now, like, okay, I love reaction. I like music from all different years. Is there a market for Devo action figures?
Yes, everybody loves Devo.
Come on, man. Is there really like
And especially this
is there
guy
more
right here.
like okay, like let's think of an unpopular Star Wars character like Rose Tico or like the Client. I think more people are buying a second Rose Tico than they're buying one Devo action figure. That's my
Okay.
honest opinion.
Hold on.
Dude, I have as you can see, I have a Devo collection.
Since Rick mentioned Rose Tico,
I don't
I'm
think
going
that's
to show you my Rose Tico action figure. It is a custom quill. That's what I used.
Me personally, I question sometimes some of these properties that Super 7 does. I'm like, are you paying the rent by licensing this character who sold like 38 rap albums at one time? Like,
Well, the Devo, it's not just him. There's, I think, 2 other figures in that line.
yeah, so that means they have to make 2 other figures.
What's really funny is they spent all this money on changing the bubble.
They only had to sell 4
Oh,
of them
look at that. Yeah, you got a little
40,
stick out thing.
30
Yeah.
bucks a piece
Yeah, like
to make their money back.
that probably
But good
cost them another $20 just to make this
Yeah.
figure.
I'm surprised it wasn't taped to the side.
That's
The,
worth
the
it.
interesting thing is, I wonder if they already have this 5 POA dude in a suit and they just painted it. You know what I mean?
They've already released several
Yeah.
Devo action figures over the years.
So Jonathan wants to know who Devo is.
Whip
I'll-
it. Whip it good.
The song, they were a band.
Oh, there's a band. Yeah, there's a band called Devo. The Whip
How
It
many
song.
hit songs did they have?
One.
That's
Whip
right.
It. Whip It Good.
And now
all
they
you
got like
need.
8 action figures.
It's the biggest song in the 80s.
But I bought
what-
Nikki Six, and I have the Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Listen, I want Super 7 to make Milli Vanilli action figures, but each figure should be a double pack. The
Don't
dude,
be surprised, man.
right, which should be the actual dude and then the not actual dude.
Yes,
The
exactly.
actual woman
on
who was
every
The
card.
lip syncers and then the creators, right?
Yes.
Right. yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah,
watch their
perfect.
special? It's crazy. They have a special where that they go over. One of the guys is talking about that time when they were like being the Milli Vanilli, and that producer, man, he did it again after Milli Vanilli. It was
Yeah,
like
'cause
that
it's
was
not
his
against
thing.
the rules. There's no
Yeah, that
rules.
was his thing. That he regularly did that to make money, where he got people to pretend like they were somebody they weren't.
Hmm.
Anyway, Trilla Crew and Outcast.
Thriller.
See,
Never
they
heard
could do a double pack. That's what I'm saying. Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, there you go.
Blame
Who
it.
sold probably 300,000 million more than Outkast did.
I've never heard of
They
Thriller
were a
Crew.
fake
Is that
band.
Yeah, I
band?
have no idea what Thrilla Crew is. What is that?
It's a gorilla with a circle.
It was a t-shirt company in the 80s.
Oh, really?
surf
Gorilla Gorilla.
stuff.
Yeah.
Nope,
You guys live
never-
too far from the
Remember,
ocean.
like,
That's why.
Ocean Pacific and Chip and Peppa and all those.
20 minutes from
kinda-
the ocean.
We were in New York, so I had no clue this
Yeah.
listed.
Yeah, I believe it's literally based off a t-shirt brand.
Okay.
That Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this is even worse than Devo. That's- like 4 people in America knew about the Thrilla Gorilla TV T-shirts. So
No, that was
the
it's
T-shirt
one of
I
the-
remember.
Popular, very
it's
popular.
one of the biggest selling t-shirt lines of all time.
that never made it to the East Coast, apparently.
For sure.
See,
You're in
no, you know
Florida,
what
I remember in
It
the
was
80s.
probably
it
Hold
was
on,
like
hold on.
green.
The problem is
California,
the Thriller Crew, right, was worn by cool kids. So most of the not cool kids didn't go to surf shops and stuff like that and pick up.
No, we were all
that
going
kind
to
of clothes.
skateboard shops. We were
Yeah,
skaters.
so-
not surfers,
So
yeah.
while Rick was wearing Thriller Crew, John was wearing Islander.
No,
short.
I was wearing Vision and Vans and
See, I
If you
remember
zoom
in
out-
the
The
80s,
Islander brand was exclusive to Kmart.
in the 80s, there was a green monster that would always like hold up his middle finger, and that was like huge back in the 80s. I remember like going to Salisbury Beach and Hampton Beach, and they had those shirts all the time. Does anybody know that monster? That T-shirt?
Wait, say it again.
Forget it.
I
Company,
was reading it. I was reading a chat.
Oh, it was a
because-
green monster guy. He was like rounded, and he was always flipping you off on the
I know what you
T-shirt.
mean. He was like a round fur ball
Yeah.
guy.
Big bulbous nose.
Yeah.
I think I don't
Oh,
know what his nose was.
Beanie or something.
I'm
it
googling
was
it.
called
I think
green.
found-
I
yeah.
had one where he was sitting on top of
Green
the
beanie.
Gold's Gym character, and it said Green's Gym, and he
Finger.
was flipping you off. But there was many shirts of that character.
Many,
Yeah,
many.
Brian
Maybe.
says he remembers it.
I don't.
Yeah, I totally remember. I didn't
So
own the
Brian
shirt, but
knows, yeah.
I don't think
I
I
know
was allowed to wear a shirt like that.
I know my T-shirt history.
Oh, that was Steve Nazar. We knew Steve Nazar, yeah. Well, I didn't know. How did we not know about Thriller Gorilla then?
Like I said, John, it was reserved for the cool kids.
Yeah. Our skate shops in Rochester just didn't carry that stuff. We
Mr.
carried other
Hogg,
stuff that Steve Nazar did. We knew about Steve Nazar. We carried other
Do
Steve.
you
we
know
got
what
other
Mr.
stuff.
Zog's sex wax is?
Oh yeah. We use that on our surfboards all the
That
time.
is correct.
Yeah.
Make sure
So-
you put a base coat on. All right.
Can I
Silver
show you
Hawk.
the photo of the green monster? He is flipping you off, but can I show it?
Yeah.
Vern can
Share
just
it.
edit it out.
Why don't you just share it?
Because I pulled it up on my phone. I thought it'd be quicker.
No.
And what's his name? Do you know?
It's the green monster. I think that's what they call him.
Just the green monster.
Trademark.
Well, Gary, we didn't go to Ron John's surf shop because that was for posers.
Green guy. I think I don't know. It says green guy,
All right.
Sold
So
him in Kmart.
but there's a ton of shirts out there of him.
what is
Oh
this?
yeah, who remembers the Big Johnson shirts?
Who's got a Big Johnson? Yeah,
Didn't
Thriller
we
Gorilla was
use,
so big, it eventually got sold in like Kmart and stuff after it outgrew its popularity and like some brands, right?
Yeah. I mean, they run their course and then they're done. I mean, can you still get an Ocean Pacific?
I bet you can, man. I bet you that brand exists.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
I'm
brand
sure.
that Walmart owns now? Walmart has it was a big t-shirt company not even that long ago, and it's exclusive to Walmart now. Like remember like bum equipment? They would like it would like fade when you sweated or whatever. You know, those shirts
they
that
change.
change color. Like
Yeah,
that became owned by Walmart. Like they tend to buy some of these brands when they're at the end of their lives.
Interesting. Rednecks. Okay. And then Silverhawks. What is this yellow thing on the
I was
side?
going to ask you
You
that.
showed this last week.
Yeah,
I-
it was
did
it was a bad guy in the Silverhawks.
Oh, I thought it was like I was like, are they doing Spaceballs thing? Is that supposed to be the robot lady?
No,
That's
no,
the same
it's
joke
fine.
you did last week.
I know.
We did,
Is this a
yeah.
Did I show these last
Those are
week?
for the people that weren't following.
You did, but it was a different render.
All right, I think I just shown off the figures this week.
Yeah, and the left
Oh, you
side.
know what? You're right, because
bad
Rick was
guy.
like, "Oh, they're doing back metal now." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember. So moving on then.
Whoa,
Living Dead dolls.
Living Dead dolls. That's
It's actually a
fun.
pretty fun line, but I don't collect any.
No.
I love the she's throwing the horns.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a
cool.
10-inch figure or something, right?
Oh wow, that's a big dolly.
They've been going on for quite a while.
Mezco.
It's like Chucky size.
Yeah. Dino's gonna get one, right?
No, but I like
No,
the head sculpt is fantastic. Look at, I love the wrinkles on her forehead.
These,
Hey,
these
Sean,
will
good
come
to
to
see you.
life one day and
Yo.
kill you.
So I make you own it.
Do I?
Yeah, that's a good head sculpt. I like what they do with those dolls.
All right. I think
You
that was
don't ever
all
buy
of the-
creepy dolls because someday creepy dolls will come to life and kill you.
Good luck with
Or
your sale.
they'll kill the rest of your family, and then you'll wake up and be hearing this ruckus, and it'll be like coming down the hall. Do you want to play with me? You know, and you're like, no, and then you'll be like, you'll have this huge fight scene that goes on for 15 minutes. That somehow your other
Stop
family
motion video.
didn't fight back; they just died.
Didn't Mark Hamill also voice Chucky?
No.
No,
Actually, he did on a TV series. He did.
Did he?
Huh.
I'm
That's,
pretty damn sure.
fake
Someone in
news.
chat will tell me I'm right.
I
Please.
guarantee you're
Or
wrong.
tell you you're wrong.
No, he voiced Chucky.
If you're watching
not
this,
just the Joker and not just the cock
no, he
knocker.
did not.
No, there,
voice.
Dan. Who's wrong?
Wasn't there like didn't the doll in Dangerous Toys?
Skeletor.
They're like, I'm baby wet myself. I can walk. I can talk. I can even my pants. Can you in your pants? And then it's
Yak Bat confirms.
What the
Thank you.
heck? What kind of dreams are you having, John?
That was in Dangerous Toys. You ever
Oh,
watch
was
that? Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, Dino.
He did. He did the Chucky voice in the remake. You're right on that.
Oh, the
I'm
reboot?
100% right 43% of the time, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, he was right. So,
Definitely
Yak Bat.
maybe.
yep.
Well-
Thanks for reminding me. We should have just let him think he was wrong, though. But he's right.
Your percentage is a little lower than 43%.
Yeah. Brad
Going
Dourif
forward.
did the
But
voice.
Canadian, that turns out to 76%. So
And his daughter's in the new movies, too.
you can buy this Mr. T-shirt right now in my T Public store for $13 if you wish.
So
Or
what
no.
you're telling me is you're making money off of your favorite person.
Sort of, but Mr. T-shirt is not a licensed thing. Mr. T-shirt is me.
Can you send me a photo of your image?
No, don't do it,
So
man.
you can put it on Teespring.
Don't do it. Yeah, he's going to change
Oh,
it to Mr.
Sorry, it was
T-Burn.
demonic toys, not dangerous toys. It was demonic toys,
Demonic Toys, yeah. I remember
not
that one.
dangerous toys. Dangerous Toys was the band.
Could you use that name now? If you're a toy company?
Demonic Toys, or
Or were they like, nah, you should change that?
well, it was a movie, so you can't use a movie.
Oh, I
thing.
thought, okay.
Why can't you use a movie title for a toy line?
You
It
can
has
if the
nothing to do with
copyright's
the movie.
available.
Yeah.
Like you can call your bubble gum Nike bubble gum
Right.
because it's not Nike.
You know,
doesn't-
Yak Bat, I'm a huge horror fan.
You know what
but
I was thinking
watched
about?
the TV show Chucky.
I was thinking about this. So why don't we get together and figure out how to make a social media platform, like something where you can like post up to like 125 words, photos, videos,
Or pay $8 a month to type more
No,
than
hold on.
125
Yeah.
words.
or
Perfect.
and what we'll do is we'll call it Twitter, and the logo could be a little blue bird.
For sure.
But
I
you know
mean,
what? He
I have
changed
$11 Canadian now
Yeah.
invested into this
It
venture.
doesn't exist anymore,
because
And we can ask the AI to program it now, so we don't have to actually know how to program
I
anything.
think like
The work
now
is
that he
done.
changed the name and changed the logo, all that stuff is just available,
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like if I buy Coca-Cola, which is my plan, and I'm going to call it G Soda, you guys could like start a soda company and put it in a red can with a white stripe and call it Coca-Cola.
You know what I realized? What I should have did like 10 years ago or maybe longer is I should have registered my Twitter handle
Open a bank account, throw some money.
X. And then last year when he changed it to X, he'd have to buy that from me for hundreds of millions of dollars so he could have the @X name.
He would have been
It doesn't
changing
always,
it
it doesn't always work.
T.
It doesn't always work that way, Rick.
I bet you the guy who had @X sold it to Twitter for lots of money because Twitter
Well,
owns it.
no, I'll tell you a story here. My
Or they just took
growing up, my friend started a music studio. My friend David and Mark, and they called it The Matrix, and they had thematrix.com. And then this movie came out in in the 90s.
What was
called-
that movie, John?
Yeah, which
And,
movie?
Star Wars?
And
Was it
they
Friday the 13th.
kept trying
Alien?
to buy the Matrix website off my friends, and my friends weren't going to sell. They were like, we want $1 million or more, and they would not. And they eventually took them to court and got it for like peanuts.
So
they
didn't even have to give them
The
money. They
movie
just gave them
studio, the
peanuts?
movie studio took them to court and said, "We owned the Matrix. You have to give us the Matrix.com."
So you're telling me that the settlement was take them to Five Guys and give them some of those peanuts.
They
and
did,
make
yeah.
it
No,
yours.
it was a few $1,000s is
That's
what
what
they
they
ended up
did.
giving them. Yeah.
What was
Why
the
did they have to
original
give it to
offer?
I got a similar quick story. So I worked with another artist. His name was
Wait. What was the original offer, John?
They wanted to sell it for around $1 million, but
No, from the studio.
What did they offer?
only at like $6,000.
Okay, so then they got it for what they wanted. All right,
Yeah,
sorry,
they did.
Rick.
Yeah,
I did
so
ask
they
my
took
question
them to
before
court and
you
got it for
started
what they
your story.
wanted. Yeah, yeah.
I worked with a fellow artist. He had registered the website Armani.com. And I think to this day he might still have it. I don't know. But yeah, Sergio Armani, or whatever the name of the designer is, took him to court to try and get it. And this guy's in Canada. And he lost because Armani.com, like his actual legal name is A is his first initial, R is his second initial, and Manny, Mani, is his last name. So he registered that website like 80s or 90s, whenever you're allowed to do it. And they tried to take it from him, and they couldn't because it was his legal birth name.
Yeah,
what I'm curious,
he was able to keep it.
John, I'm also curious. Those guys had the Matrix. Were they doing anything with it?
Yeah, they had a working music studio. Yeah, they had to change the name of their music studio and everything.
So they didn't trademark the name of their studio.
They did. It had the trademark and everything. The courts favored the movie studio because they had millions of dollars, and these
Warner
guys
Brothers.
didn't have the money to fight it. You know what I mean?
Usually, you got to be in the same realm of business to get problems. What was that? The new
Can't
McFarlane?
very well, do you know?
Yeah, this is the new Superman. Gary sent me the photo.
It's all really.
Yeah, we can't
really
see
good.
it.
It's just
Take it
your
easy.
phone's too bright or something.
Is
Let me
that
send it to you,
Christopher Reeves?
Nicolas Cage?
Oh man, I bet you they make that figure one day.
All right. Well, the thing is, I never registered any websites that anybody would have wanted. I tried, but they were.
Could
all
just be
fake.
the way things work in the United States. If you have more money, you win.
I went to go register a few
Right.
websites, but they were already taken.
I've had a few websites over the years.
Does anybody want to play a game?
Here's the photo, Vern.
Shall we play a game?
You don't want to see this? Is this Christopher Reeve Superman?
Yeah, so let me see if I can share it.
Share.
We got PulseCon next Friday.
Share alike.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
We're
let's
gonna
see
have
how many retros they reveal.
We'll have a lot to talk about on Saturday after
You
that.
can't buy anything else because on like what is it, Monday or Tuesday? They're stealing $400 from me.
Whose picture is that?
I don't know.
China?
Gary sent it to me. Gary
That
sent it to me.
doesn't really look like Christopher Reeves to me.
If you
I
look
think
on the
it is,
back, the card looks like Christopher Reeves. If you see the card in the back,
I'd have to see this in person before I buy it then, because I'm not.
I don't know if I can zoom
Thank
in.
you, Gary.
There's not a
But
lot
if
of
you-
Christopher Reeve likeness toys and merchandise.
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
at the face, it doesn't look the greatest. But McFarlane's not known for the best head sculpts.
Huh.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
thanks for sending it, Gary. But I don't know. I'll have to
Good.
see it in person.
That would
All
be
right.
my only Superman figure if I got it.
Eric hasn't been here in a while. Did you want to play Name It in 30 Seconds, Eric?
Oh, last time I did this,
Okay, great. Who do you want to go up against?
I'll do it. But whoever, yeah.
There you go.
You want to go first or second?
Oh, I'll let Dino choose.
Oh, I'm going. Dang.
Yeah, you should have just asked the first question and made Dino go first while he was reading his phone.
He's over
5
here
seconds
bidding
left.
on something.
4 seconds left.
You will go first.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. When you get your question or when you get the prompt, I will read the question or whatever it is, and you will have 30 seconds to respond. Are you
Mr.
ready?
Mom.
Are you ready?
Duplicity.
Are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
Tootsie.
Name as many TV shows that Michael J. Fox was on as you can.
Ooh,
There's
how
only
many
one.
TV shows? Oh,
What?
Family Ties, right?
Yeah, there's only one.
No, there was something in the 90s.
There's literally only one.
No.
What the heck, man? This is.
Unless you know the Canadian shows he was on.
How about Teen Wolf, the cartoon?
I don't know. Was he? I have no idea.
Teen Wolf, the cartoon.
You said that
Family
twice.
Ties.
Wasn't there a, like?
Twice.
He wasn't in Growing Pains. That was the other kid.
Wasn't there a legal show he was on or something?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Spin
Or
City.
a teacher show?
Spin City.
He said it. He said it.
Yeah.
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 Thanks, Garrick. You gave him a point.
22.
I don't care.
Yeah, both of them.
All right, time is up. You got 2.
Well, let me look. Was
Well,
there a
22?
Was he in,
He was in
was he
22.
in-
Yak Bat says
You can't do it. Yak Bat gave you the answer.
Designated
Spin City is
Survivor.
The only other one I can think of.
He was in Designated Survivor. I said the Michael J. Fox Show.
He wasn't in Designated Survivor, was he?
There was a Michael J. Fox show.
Good Canadian kid.
Wait, was there even a TV show, a cartoon for Teen Wolf?
He was in Designated Survivor.
There was a cartoon show, Teen Wolf.
He
Yeah.
was in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And there was
He
cartoon.
was
Oh,
in The Good Wife. He played an attorney.
He was in
Oh,
Curb
yeah,
Your
he-
Enthusiasm.
He was in Boston
Yeah,
Legal.
there was a Curb episode.
He was probably on the Love Boat too, but are you counting like cameos like
No,
in TV shows?
he wasn't
I
in the
said,
Love. Was he in the
Name
Love
as
Boat?
many
He might have
TV
been.
shows that Michael J. Fox was on as you can.
Okay, not starred in.
I'm sure he was on talk shows. He could like.
Hey Leno, Conan.
The Tonight
All
Show.
right, so
Jay
what was
Leno.
the official count? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was not in the TV show, the cartoon of Teen Wolf.
No.
Sorry.
2.
Was he in
Okay.
Scrubs?
Eric, are you ready?
I don't think he was.
No, but go for it.
All right. Name as many TV shows that Christopher Lloyd was on as you can.
Good
Taxi.
heaven. Ooh, nice, good grab.
That's all.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wasn't he in the Star Wars show?
Oh wait. Yes, sorry. I was just about to say The Mandalorian. So and I'm spent after that. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Just end it here.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in an episode of Seinfeld?
Wow,
I mean,
at
he
least you
has
got
to have been
Taxi,
in
man.
People that
At
remember.
least
Yeah,
you got
that's-
Taxi. Yeah, that was a good
I
grab.
guess it's 2-2. You
I mean,
know,
he's
so
that's
That's
Taxi's
fair.
pretty much what he's known for, right?
you need a tiebreaker.
Let me just go through his filmography for you.
TVography.
Yeah, TV shows only. He was in Hacks. He was in Knuckles. Oh, 2 episodes of that. He was in something called Cyber Chase, A Million Little Things, The Mandalorian.
Were these only played in like
The
Turkey?
Connors he was in.
He was in the Connors. Really?
Yeah, he went 1 episode.
Oh, okay.
NCIS, he was in an episode.
Jeez, I guess you can just ramble up shows and
Yeah.
maybe you're lucky to get
Law
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Order.
Connors watched all these.
He was in Robot
In
Chicken.
Search Of. I think he was in In Search Of episode.
Yes, maybe. All right, you ready, Dean? You got 2. Eric's got
I
2.
think Vern's the only one that calls me Dean.
It's 2-2.
Oh, do you not like that?
It's weird.
Okay.
It's-
Okay. All right, Geek Strong.
No, it's Dino.
Mr. Geek Strong YouTube.
Dino Juice.
Shot.
It's Dino Juice.
Sorry for not referring
It's
to
my,
you by your full
My
title.
movie star name, Dino Juice.
All right.
Dino Juice.
Name as many Star Trek characters as you can.
Klingon,
Ooh,
Captain Kirk, Spock,
Klingon is a
O'Hara, Q, W.
What?
Who was the Deanna Troy, Scotty. What do we have? 5 seconds.
Who sat beside Scotty?
All right. I think me and John are going to have different things.
I
So
got
think John's
5 or
saying
6.
he has 6, and I'm going to say he has 5 because I don't think you said O'Hara. I think you said O'Hara.
Well, it's like popcorn.
Well,
You just
that's
pronounce
how
it.
that's how I say popcorn.
No,
I counted
You're just picking on
including
him.
mispronunciation.
And I don't think I counted Klingon because that's a
No,
race.
Klingon
It's
was
like
not
aliens.
a
It's like
character.
yeah.
So did you
Klingon
say
is a
Captain
character.
Kirk or Spock?
No, Klingon is a group of
The whole
characters. Like if you would have said
group.
Worf
A
or
group of characters, and in your
If
thing,
you had,
it's
No.
Star
then
Wars
you could have
characters.
doesn't
then you
count.
could have
Yeah,
said
you didn't say
humans.
character.
You,
Say
you
character.
could have.
All right. We'll
Then
give
why
you the
didn't you just say
we'll give you
humans?
the
You could have said
popcorn one,
humans.
6.
and you got you got
Six.
6 plus 2, 6, so 8. You have a total of 8.
Bonus
Yeah.
points if you can name 3 of the original cast members
Eric
that are
looks a
still
little
alive.
nervous there. I could have won.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not nervous. I just know I'm not gonna get whatever is.
You
Yeah,
ready?
because
All
now
right,
he's
Jim.
going to bring up name as many characters that were in Battlestar Galactica as you can. Like that compares.
Yeah, right.
Like everyone knows Star Trek.
Name as
No one's
many
really-
Battlestar
What the
Galactica
And I only guessed 5.
Galactica characters as you can.
I've never watched any Battlestar
How did I
Galactica.
know? How did I
Oh,
know?
wait, really?
Like I think I can name one only because I hear it mentioned by Katie Sackhoff, Starbuck. And that's
Yeah,
it.
Bo-Katan's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweaky.
Nope, wrong.
I don't know. I've never watched Battlestar
That's a different
Galactica.
show, do you know?
Buck Rogers, yeah.
That's Buck Rogers. Sorry.
The Ovian.
Dina
Apollo.
wins.
The
Apollo,
dog. What was the dog's name?
Muppet.
Muppet.
Now the problem is John
Dang
said
it.
the Ovian, but that would be like saying Klingon.
That's true. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
What about
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think any of the Ovians are great.
Cylon,
I don't think any of the-
Apollo.
I don't think any of the Ovians or any of the Cylons had
what
Donna.
about the dog food guy? What about the guy that had the dog food commercials?
Captain Stubing.
There was the underpants sports.
Lauren Green
people-
played Adam
Lauren Green. That's who it is.
Adama.
Adam
It's
something.
Adama. It was Adama.
Odama. Yeah.
Adama.
I
Good
have those
Canadian
figures. You
kid.
want me to go grab them?
Yeah, Boomer.
I still
Boomer.
got mine too.
Listen, I remember when Battlestar Galactica was getting ready to come on TV. It was such a big deal after Star Wars
Yeah.
that they actually had an episode of, I think it was 2020, with Hugh Downs. They did a whole segment of Battlestar Galactica. So like a week before the show aired, you got to watch this episode of like 2020 or whatever, and they talked to all the actors. They showed the sets, all the behind the scenes stuff. And I remember watching it on, well, I'm not going to turn my computer around, but a Sony Trinitron that was like, the screen's like this big, sitting up on our shelf while we all sat in our living room on a couch on the other side of the room, because that's how we watched TV in the 70s.
Did you stick a magnifying glass between you and the? How far away was your couch?
I remember when I went to Universal Studios in the 80s, they, separate of the A-Team show, which was awesome.
Yep.
They also had like a Battlestar Galactica show going on because that was the current, what was going on, right? So there's Battlestar Galactica, A-Team. Back to the Future was still being filmed on a lot, like they were working on part 2. What? A-Team, Back to the Future, and what we're just talking about, Battlestar Galactica, because there were Cylons walking around the studio.
Yeah. They had that Conan Sword and Sorcery Spectacular show, which was really cool.
That too, yeah.
They had with the fire breathing dragons and stuff like that. It was really a cool show. And then they had this Old West stunt show. I don't know if that thing's still there, but I remember they
had Indiana Jones too back then too somewhere that
I
wasn't.
don't remember Indiana
Disney
Jones,
World.
but yeah, but I remember going into this thing where it was like they would call people up from the audience and you would like do these like little scenes, and then you would get a VHS tape to take home with you.
Wow.
And it was scenes from the Blues Brothers when I went.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 84 I went, so it was like prime 80s TV, everything was going on.
And I remember you would take that tram, and if you got out and had lunch up at the top of the hill or whatever, they had all the cars, and they had the kit sitting out there where
Knight Rider was the other one. So
talk
I
to you.
still have some photos. I'll pull them up one time. I'll pull up photos from it. But there was one of those tractor trailers that carry all the cars.
Yeah.
So it had like 4 kits on it, 2 A-Team vans, and a couple of DeLoreans. Like this is a real truck that was like parked somewhere in the Universal lot that had all these awesome vehicles. And Dino, have you been? Or Gary? Because I don't know if they still have the Jaws as part of the tour.
No, they
anymore.
got rid of Jaws. They put
No, Jaws is still at Universal.
Is it?
is it in
Uh-huh.
California?
Yes,
Not in Orlando. I
it's
think
still
they-
at. It's still in
They put
California.
Harry Potter there, right?
Yeah,
What?
in Orlando they just have the shark hanging.
Yeah.
So I'll always remember that too. The cart goes like it's.
I
looks
did
like it's
go
going
on the
in
ride
water.
though. When
There's
my
a big
wife
robotic Jaws.
when my wife and I first started dating, we went to Universal and Disney, and they had Jaws at the time. So
Yeah,
I
okay,
was
cool.
lucky
Yeah,
enough
I've
to
seen
go on the ride. And
I'm
actually
gonna
bought a
see if I
shirt
can
there
find
when
a
we went to
picture.
Disney. They still had shirts.
Well, I have to get going, guys.
Yeah, same here.
What?
So
Yeah,
John, what do you have
Show
coming up?
guys the
Anything
shark.
good? John just put out a pretty cool toy hunt video. Check out John's toy hunt video.
Ollies.
I
Who is
am
Ollie?
looking for the Ghost and Goblin set that you saw there. If you see another one, grab it for me if you can. If it's under $10, and then just ship it to me sometime when we do a package deal or whatever.
Well, that store's
Vern,
like an
Vern is
hour.
actually
No, if you
75
happen to
years
go
old.
there again, you know what I mean.
Bender's
Yeah.
like, he looks 42. He was a teenager in the 70s. No, I was a teenager in the 80s.
You should see him without his fake hair on. He looks way different.
Yep. And when I take off the fake skin that's covering up my full gray beard.
He looks like a lizard. But he takes
His
off
head's like the shape of a Lego block underneath the hair, so it's
Right.
very cubicle.
All right.
Is that it?
So Dino's got a popcorn bucket video coming up this week on his channel.
No, I actually have. If you
John-
haven't seen the Prince Adam and Cringer video, check that one out. I'm pretty happy with that
'cause
one. I
it's
think it's
struggling.
one good.
John's gonna have a cooking channel coming up. Jolly Dan's gonna do a review of his Aces of Aviation figure that he got.
Did you get that?
Rick
Those
over at
look
Left Coast Graphics, he's gonna do the world's smallest Masters of the Universe review
Figure
later.
unboxing. He's gonna
He's
cut
gonna
it with a
zoom
small
in,
knife.
zoom in.
He's gonna
Yep.
put him on the Battle Cat.
Eric's gonna show you
I
how
tried.
to rip
Fell off.
Star Wars vintage collection figures off of special cards with no care for trying to save the cards whatsoever. And that is going to be his first video on
Did
his
you
YouTube
open
channel.
your Starship yet?
No, I need to.
What? How did you
Start
not open
doing
it
it.
as soon as it came?
Yeah, I've got a space issue now, so
Oh.
I need to sort out display space.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you, John.
See, John.
Yeah, I'd be if they re-release that, I'll probably definitely try to pick that one up.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
pretty cool. But it's got to have the screen. I don't want it unless it has that screen.
Yeah.
But I want the screen in the correct sequence. The one you have it's all
With the
it's not in the correct sequence.
Bender's saying that the best action figures came out of the 90s.
You know what I mean, Rick? I mean, Eric.
no,
That's what he's saying. is
I
fine.
know they don't. I know the
Eric would agree
product
with
doesn't play the entire ride sequence all in one shot without having to
Right,
press
but it's not in the
buttons,
correct
but-
order. When you hit the button, it's not
get
in the
a
correct
random-
order it should be. It's always in the same order, but it's not in the correct order it should be in the ride. Like it says, we're going over here, and next we're going to Endor. Example, we're going to Endor, but then they end up going into space
Death Star
and
or
having a
something,
space
yeah.
battle, and then after
I
that
would
one,
write
they
a
go to
letter
Endor.
to Mickey Mouse himself.
So
Maybe
they messed
have
up the
discount
sequence
there.
on it. So I think when they re-release it, they'll put it in the correct order.
Eric, why don't you write him a letter and tell him you bought that thing for the nostalgia
They're not
and that
Well,
they messed up. They're messing with your childhood memories.
yeah, good luck
just
with
write
that.
Mickey Mouse. He'll fix it all, man.
Yeah, I know some people have some problems with this screen in general, where it's just non-functional completely. Right?
Oh wow,
really?
that's bad.
Yeah. So I'm hoping when I open it, it's not going to have that problem. But
They should have just gave you a download that you could put your phone in it and just, you know what I mean?
mhm.
And then it could have been updated and put different, like for the new ride and things like that. That would have been
Then
pretty
they can
cool.
only charge you $150 for the ship.
Yeah, then they could have dropped 100 price, and then you could have,
And then when they update the phones and the new phones no longer
don't fit
in there,
yeah,
then
Yeah, I guess that's a problem. That does happen with apps, right?
The Playmobil Star Trek Enterprise had a thing where you can put your smartphone in it, which is a pretty cool idea, I thought.
Yeah.
People Magazine had a cardboard cutout thing that you unfolded and you put your phone in there, and it had like these two little plastic lenses, and it turns your phone into like the 3D like little thing.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was. It came in a People Magazine one time.
I remember
that was
that.
cool. Yeah. All right, guys.
So
all right,
one
everybody.
last
Thanks
thing,
for
Brian.
tuning in. We
One last
really
thing, Brian.
appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us for a couple hours on a Saturday. That hopefully you enjoyed the show and talking about the movies and TV stuff you didn't know you needed, and you'll run right out and buy all the action figures that were in the reveal section. Want to thank all the hosts for showing up and talking about everything that they love and enjoy, which are collecting and knowing everything more than other people. No, I'm just messing around. But anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging out every week. It's always a lot of fun. And we got the world's smallest action figure
Rick's
that's
got
going to
the
get lost
smallest.
in your carpet. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Toy Duo team.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Toys, 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 toys,
manly
toys, 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 toys.
And TV and movie